Chapter 720. It was a quiet night. Early the next morning, when Xiao Chun was practicing, he heard a noise in the corridor. Then his room was suddenly knocked on. The knocking on the door was very urgent. It woke up Xiao Xiao, who was sleeping soundly. "Brother, who is so annoying? Go and beat him to death." "You're not angry with me?" Xiao Chun heard Xiao Xiao's words and suddenly smiled. "Who's angry with you? In fact, I think you're right. I was a little too casual before. I have to avoid it. Otherwise, people will mistake me as a slut like Chao Yuling. I won't be able to get married then." Xiao Xiao wrinkled her nose and said cutely, "It's good that you're not angry." Xiao Chun smiled. "Then you wait. I'm going to beat him to death." Xiao Chun jumped out of bed and walked to the door of the room. He shouted angrily, "Who is it? You woke up so early in the morning. Are you courting death? Open the door. I'm Gao Bisi. I have something to talk to you about." Gao Bisi's voice came from outside the door. "It's you. What the F***ck? If you have something to say, just say it." Xiao Chun was a little impatient when he heard it. "If you don't open the door, I will kick it," Gao Bisi threatened. "I think you want to die, right?" Xiao Chun opened the door. But to his surprise, not only was Gao Bisi outside the room, but there was another person. The person inside, I'm Wang Chake, the deputy leader of Team B of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. You are suspected of participating in a Wulin illegal case. Now go back with me for investigation. Hey. Wang Chake waited for the door to open, and he said it routinely. But when he saw that the person inside was Xiao Chun, he was a little dumbfounded. He had been bullied by Xiao Chun, especially when this guy's wanted order was cancelled inexplicably. Even Yang Jianan couldn't do anything about him. What could he do? Why is it this guy? Wang Chake was a little annoyed. Gao Bisi really harmed people. What a rogue cultivator. Ugh. But Xiao Chun seems to be a rogue cultivator. Aha, I was just joking. I got the wrong person. I'm leaving. Wang Chake turned to leave. Stop, come back here. Xiao Chun snorted coldly. Ah, I told you I found the wrong person. Wang Chake quickened his pace. If you don't stop, don't blame me if I beat you to death. Xiao Chun said indifferently. A wave of pressure was released. This was the strength of a level 3 devil master. Wang Chake shuddered all over and hurriedly halted his steps, not daring to take another step forward. He turned around with an apologetic smile and chuckled. Xiao Chun, I'm just here to play really. You come here. Xiao Chun pointed at Wang Chake. Okay. Wang Chake had no choice but to bite the bullet and return. He looked at Xiao Chun and asked, "What's the matter?" Gao Bisi was a little dumbfounded at this moment. He couldn't figure out the situation. "Brother Wang, what are you doing? Aren't you going to arrest him?" "Catch your mother," Wang Chake said angrily. "Shut up. Who are you? I don't know you." "Brother Wang, what's going on? You know each other?" Gao Bisi felt that things had changed. It didn't seem to be as simple as he thought. Wang Chake couldn't be bothered with him. He rubbed his hands and looked at Xiao Chun. "That young hero Xiao, we're considered acquaintances, right? We've worked together for so long. Can you give me some face?" "Oh, okay. Kill him, then you can leave. Otherwise you'll die," Xiao Chun said indifferently. "Xiao Chun, aren't you going too far? Do you really dare to kill me?" Wang Chake frowned. "Although my strength is indeed not as good as yours, it doesn't mean that I'm really afraid of you. I'm from the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. What can you really do to me? Are you stupid? Is Yang Jianan from the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? Do I dare to kill him?" Xiao Chun asked, somewhat amused. Wang Chake was directly silenced by this sentence. He hesitated for a moment and said, "Okay, I admit that I lost. Let's be serious. What do you want me to do? Kill him. Don't you understand?" Xiao Chun pointed at Gao Bisi. "You." Wang Chake was a little annoyed. "Don't joke. How can I kill him? If I kill him, I'll be finished when I go back." "If you don't kill him, you'll be finished now." Xiao Chun smiled. "You." Wang Chake really regretted it. Now he was in a difficult position. It was impossible for him to leave smoothly. Xiao Chun clearly wanted to find trouble with him. Thinking of this, Wang Chake could only say, "I'll beat him up. Can I not kill him?" "Oh." Xiao Chun pretended to be deep in thought. Wang Chake's heart was pounding at the side. Just as Xiao Chun was about to agree, a person suddenly ran over from not far away. It was actually Qi Zhigao, and as he ran he shouted, "Boss brother Xiao, it's bad. Something happened." "Qi Zhigao, what's wrong?" Xiao Chun ignored Wang Chake and looked at Qi Zhigao. However, he saw Wang Chake trying to slip away from the corner of his eye. He immediately grabbed his collar and warned, "If you dare to leave, I'll kill you first." "I'm not leaving. I'm just moving my body." Wang Chake jumped up in fright, and then quickly said, "3 laps to the left and 3 to the right, twisting my neck and twisting my butt." "Brother Xiao, this morning, the Gao family brought people from the Supernatural Investigation Bureau to our Qi family to find trouble. They want to confiscate all the Qi family's businesses. The crime is that I attacked the Gao family's disciple Gao Bisi." "Huh, Gao Bisi is here too?" After Qi Zhigao finished speaking, his face became extremely gloomy. He looked at Gao Bisi and shouted hoarsely, "Gao Bisi, you're really something. You actually treated us like this?" Wang Chake was about to explode. "Gao Bisi, F***ck your ancestors. You're looking for trouble for me, aren't you? Xiao Chun knows Qi Zhigao? It seems like they're on good terms. Aren't you trying to trick me?" Xiao Chun never played by the rules. He did whatever he wanted. He dared to hit anyone and kill anyone. There was no good in offending him. "Wang Chake, what's going on? Explain it to me." Xiao Chun turned around and asked. I don't know." Wang Chake wanted to deny it. Slap. Xiao Chun sent a slap over, directly slapping half of Wang Chake's face. "I don't want to listen to your nonsense. It's all his fault. It's all that bastard Gao Bisi's fault. He lied to me. It was all his idea. At most I was bewitched." Wang Chake knew that the only thing he could do was to sacrifice the rook to save the king. Protecting Gao Bisi at this time was tantamount to courting death. "Oh, since you hate him so much, come on. I'll give you a chance. Beat him to death, and I'll believe you," Xiao Chun said lightly. Wang Chake suddenly saw that the noise had attracted some classmates. They were walking over, so he had an idea and said, "There are many outsiders here. It's not good to fight. Why don't I let it go this time? Next time I'll definitely find a chance. Oh, get in." Xiao Chun directly grabbed Gao Bisi and threw him on the floor of the room like a dead dog. At this moment, Gao Bisi finally understood that he had no room to resist in Xiao Chun's hands. He was easily grabbed and thrown on the floor. He had no strength to resist at all. "You come in too." Xiao Chun grabbed Wang Chake's collar and pushed him into the room. Then he said to Qi Zhigao, "Come in and close the door. I'll show you what it means to close the door and beat the dog." Oh. Qi Zhigao was a little dumbfounded. Xiao Chun was too fierce. Although he was not familiar with Wang Chake, he knew him. He knew that this person was the deputy team leader of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau's Team B. Xiao Chun actually carried him in like a dog. This really subverted his usual perception. "Okay, beat him," Xiao Chun said lightly to Wang Chake. "I'll give you a quarter of an hour. If you can't beat him to death, I'll beat you to death. Don't doubt me. At worst, I'll run again. Oh yes, I can disguise myself as you. At that time, I'll be colleagues with Yang Jiannan. Haha, I'm such a genius to think of such a good idea." Wang Chake almost cried when he heard Xiao Chun's words. The last thought in his heart completely dissipated. He knew that Xiao Chun was right. If he killed him, he could disguise himself and enter the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. No one would know that he was dead. That would be a tragedy. And he had no doubt that Xiao Chun would do this. Yang Jiannan was a living example. "How is it? A quarter of an hour is up," Xiao Chun said. "Let's start." "So fast?" "Not yet." Wang Chake was stunned. "Oh, I said it's time, and it's time," Xiao Chun said. "This is the time of the dogs. You are the same as them." Wang Chake was speechless. Isn't he calling me a dog? However, he didn't dare to refute. He could only turn his head and look at Gao Bisi. "No, Brother Wang, don't hit me." Gao Bisi was finally afraid. He finally understood that Brother Wang, who was usually arrogant in the Jinwu family, was like a grandson in front of Xiao Chang. He was even worse than a grandson. "Gao Bisi, don't hate me. You can only blame yourself. You shouldn't have tricked me. You cheater. If I knew that Xiao Chun was here, I would never have come." Wang Chake took a deep breath and said, "No, no." Gao Bisi knelt on the ground and began to kowtow. I'm sorry. Brother Wang, I was wrong. Please forgive me. There's no other way. It's not that I don't forgive you. It's that Xiaochun doesn't forgive you." Wang Chake shook his head. "Xiaochun, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I shouldn't have had any ideas about Xiao Xiao. I was really wrong." Gao Bisi could see that Xiaochun really dared to kill. "Hurry up and do it." Xiaochun frowned. He was a little impatient. "All right." Gao Bisi suddenly exploded. He turned around and ran in the direction of Xiao Xiao. Obviously, he wanted to kidnap Xiao Xiao. He had no other choice now. If he could kidnap Xiao Xiao, Xiaochun would be afraid to take action. He could also take the opportunity to escape. As for Wang Chake, he also saw this point, but did not stop him immediately, because he did not want to kill Gao Bisi. Now that there was a chance to turn things around, he naturally wanted Gao Bisi to successfully kidnap him. That way he could avoid this disaster. Chapter 721. However, Gao Bisi's idea was good. Before he could run to Xiao Xiao, he was grabbed by the hair by Xiaochun. His whole body was swung up, and he fell to the ground with a heavy paw sound. He vomited a lot of blood. Xiaochun was a cultivator. Although his strength was equivalent to the 3rd level of the Devil Master, how much strength did he put into this? Even if he didn't use any martial arts technique, Gao Bisi was still seriously injured from the fall. Cough, cough, puff. Gao Bisi began to vomit blood. "Kill him." Xiaochun looked at Wang Chake. Yes. Wang Chake had no choice but to nod his head. "Wait a minute." Xiaochun suddenly stopped him. "You don't have to kill him?" Wang Chake was relieved. "Qizhigao, you do it. Leave one last breath. Let him hit the last punch." Xiaochun said to Qizhigao. "Hit him like how he hit you yesterday." Okay. Qizhigao had wanted to return it long ago, but Xiaochun didn't say anything. He didn't dare to act rashly. Now that he had the chance, he naturally wouldn't hold back. He walked over and kicked. Wang Chake was speechless. "Let me hit him in the end. Didn't I beat him to death? This Xiaochun is really King evil." However, he didn't dare to say it. He only dared to think about it in his heart. As Qizhigao got into the fight, he also imitated Gao Bisi's action yesterday. He jumped up and stomped on Gao Bisi's back with both feet, making a kacha sound of broken bones. Go to hell. Qizhigao was like playing on a trampoline jumping around. Puff. Gao Bisi vomited another mouthful of blood. He actually closed his eyes with a crack sound. He was beaten to death by Qizhigao. Xiaochun wanted to stop it, but it was too late. Qizhigao was also shocked and his face turned pale. Xiaochun asked him to leave one last breath, but he was too excited and beat him to death. This. Qizhigao looked at Xiaochun worriedly. Young hero Xiao, don't worry. I won't say anything. I definitely won't. Wang Chake hurriedly promised. Although he did not have to kill Gao Bisi, Xiaochun would not silence him, right? However, Xiaochun looked at Wang Chake coldly, then squatted down and sent a wave of essence into Gao Bisi's body. Gao Bisi's eyes snapped open, and he had a terminal lucidity. Save me, brother Wang, save me. Alright, it's your turn. Xiaochun looked at Wang Chake. Sigh. Wang Chake did not expect Gao Bisi to come back to life. He did not know what method Xiaochun had used. Although he could see that Gao Bisi might be making a final struggle before death, he had no choice but to step forward and kick Gao Bisi in the head, flattening it. Since he had made a move, he had to be more ruthless, lest Xiaochun find fault with him again. With Gao Bisi dead, Wang Chake looked at Xiaochun again and said, Young hero Xiao, now can I leave? Leave? Who allowed you to leave? Xiaochun retorted. Can't I leave after killing Gao Bisi? Wang Chake's heart skipped a beat, and he quickly smiled with a sad face. I will go down and wait for young hero Xiao now. Qizhigao saw that Xiao Xiao was still lying on the bed, and he knew that it might be inconvenient for him to be here. So he quickly left. Xiaochun closed the door, and with a fireball, he burned Gao Bisi's body to ashes. Xiao Xiao was slightly stunned and a little surprised. Brother, it's burned just like that. And I burned it. Xiaochun smiled. If you are disobedient, I will burn it for you too. You are the one who is reluctant. Xiao Xiao didn't believe it. She pouted and said, "Right, brother, I have to put on my clothes. Can you hide first? And why are you avoiding me today? Didn't you never carry me behind your back? You have been swaying in your underwear in front of me since a long time ago." Xiaochun was a little puzzled. "Now that I have grown up, I am a little embarrassed." Xiao said, "Why, brother? Haven't you seen enough?" "Ahem. I am going to the bathroom." Although Xiaochun had some doubts about why Xiao suddenly began to avoid him, this was a good thing after all. After all, there was a difference between men and women, and it was the same for biological siblings. Xiaochun went to the bathroom. Xiao quickly put on her clothes, but after putting on her clothes, she looked for something on the bed. After looking for a while, she smiled with satisfaction and said, "Brother, I am done. You can come out." "Oh." Xiaochun came out of the bathroom and put on his coat. "Let's go to the Qi family to take a look. I can only ask for leave for today's class reunion. Is there any problem?" "Of course not." Xiao shook her head indifferently. "I will ask for leave in the class QQ group." After Xiao sent the message, they went downstairs and came to the parking lot. Sure enough, Wang Chake didn't dare to leave. Qi Zhigao stood beside him, and they were talking about something. What was interesting was that when Wang Chake talked to Qi Zhigao, he even had some flattery. It seemed that he wanted Qi Zhigao to help him say a few good words to Xiaochun. Chao Yuling stood on the side with a sense of glory on her face, as if the person Wang Chake was flattering was her. "Young hero Xiao, you are here," Wang Chake said with a smile. "And I am here. I want to ask you, did you call Pang Fengda? Did you tell that guy to stop?" asked Xiaochun. "This. I called, but the phone was turned off." Wang Chake couldn't help but smile bitterly. "When we perform tasks, the phone is usually turned off." "Usually. I think it was intentional this time, right?" Xiaochun sneered. "Then, didn't you ask Qi Zhigao to call the Qi family? And then you went to talk to them?" "I called." Pang Fengda naturally didn't believe that I called, and he didn't answer, said Wang Chake. "Oh, it seems that he wants to die. Let's go." "I originally thought that if he stopped I wouldn't go, but now I have to go." After Xiaochun said this, he got in the car directly and said, "The three of you follow too." "Ai." Wang Chake got in the car, and felt sad for Pang Fengda in his heart. "Why don't you answer the phone? Why don't you answer the phone? It's really infuriating. If you answer the phone, Xiaochun, this ruthless person, won't go. Now I am in trouble because of you." Of course, he didn't dare to say this. He could only sit in the back obediently, although Qi Zhigao was a little anxious. Since Xiaochun had already taken care of this matter, it would definitely be solved satisfactorily in the end. "Brother, I'm a little uncomfortable. When you pass by the hospital, put me down. I will go for a physical examination. I won't go to the Qi family. When you are done, come back to pick me up, okay?" Xiao said after getting in the car. "Oh, Xiao, what's wrong with you?" Xiaochun was shocked and asked quickly, "Where do you feel uncomfortable?" "It's not that. It's just a girl's problem. My stomach hurts a little, but it's nothing," Xiao said vaguely. "Oh, that's fine. I will put you down later." Xiaochun didn't ask anymore, so he nodded and agreed. The car flew all the way to Huan City, where the Qi family was located. According to the navigation, they passed by a relatively large hospital. Xiaochun put Xiao down and told her to call immediately if there was anything. Then he drove to the Qi family. Chapter 722. Xiao didn't check for a stomachache. Instead, she went to the hospital's consultation office and asked, "I want to have a DNA test. Where do I need it?" They went all the way to the Qi family's house. The gate of the Qi family's courtyard was open. There were many cars parked inside. They had the license plates of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau, but most of them were the Gao family's cars. It seemed that these people were gathered in the Qi family's living room. "Lead the way," Xiaochun said to Qi Zhigao and Wang Chake after getting out of the car. The two hurriedly led the way and helped Xiaochun open the door of the living room. Xiaochun walked into the living room with Chao Yuling following behind. As soon as they entered the door, they saw the Qi family, the Gao family, and the Supernatural Investigation Bureau confronting each other. "Gao Dingyang, our Qi family and your Gao family have no grievances. How is it possible that our Qi Zhigao attacked Gao Bisi? And I have just called Qi Zhigao. There is no such thing. The person who spoke was a man in his 40s. He was Qi Zhigao's father, Tiger Qi. Don't talk nonsense. Qi Zhigao has been executed by Gao Bisi on the spot. Where are you going to call? Gao Dingyang sneered. I'm dead. Qi Zhigao happened to hear this sentence and immediately said, Who told you that I'm dead? And Gao Dingyang suddenly turned his head and looked at Qi Zhigao. Who are you? I am naturally Qi Zhigao. Aren't you looking for me? You said that I'm dead? Qi Zhigao laughed. You. Gao Dingyang was a little surprised, but when he saw Wang Chake beside Qi Zhigao, he was suddenly stunned. He didn't know Qi Zhigao, but he knew Wang Chake. So he quickly asked, Deputy Team Leader Wang, this is? Ahem, this is Qi Zhigao. Pangfunda, look who's here. Wang Chake reminded Pangfunda over there. Who? Pangfunda was stunned. He immediately saw Xiao Chun, and his face changed. Xiao Chun. Why are you here? I'm here to kill you, Xiao Chun said indifferently. You. Pangfunda was shocked and widened his eyes. Xiao Chun, are you confused? What does this have to do with you? Are you here to threaten me? Whether it's a threat or not, think about it yourself. Xiao Chun turned around and looked at Gao Dingyang mockingly. He said indifferently, Gao Dingyang, you brought people to provoke the Qi clan. Have you thought about the consequences of this? What consequences? Who are you? Gao Dingyang was a little baffled, but this person had come with Wang Chake, so he didn't dare to slight him. Deputy Team Leader Wang, this is Xiao Chun, as you can see. It has nothing to do with me. It was the Gao family who bewitched me. That's why I attacked the Qi family. As he spoke, Wang Chake kept signaling Pangfunda with his eyes. Old Wang, what do you mean? Pangfunda was puzzled. Come with me for a moment. Wang Chake had no choice but to pull Pangfunda to the side and lowered his voice. Now that Xiao Chun is involved in this matter, do you still want to continue? Do you want to die? Why would I want to die? What does Xiao Chun have to do with this matter? Can he still interfere with the affairs of the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? Pangfunda looked displeased. Are you really stupid or just pretending? Who do you think Xiao Chun is? If he wants to kill you, can you beat him? Wang Chake looked exasperated. This would he dare? Pangfunda was in disbelief. Whether he dares or not, just look at Yang Jiannan. Wang Chake shook his head. Just now he wanted to kill me, then said that he would disguise himself as me and go to the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. You know, if Xiao Chun says it, he will definitely do it. Moreover, his strength is superb. In front of him, there is no room for resistance. Oh! Pangfunda was shocked. He finally understood why Wang Chake was so cautious. It turned out that he had been threatened by Xiao Chun before. His face suddenly became gloomy, and he hesitated for a moment. Now that things have reached this point, what should we do? Gao Bisi, under Xiao Chun's coercion, I had to kill him. Do you think I have a choice? Wang Chake smiled bitterly. What? Gao Bisi was killed by you? Pangfunda suddenly turned pale with fright. So we are irreconcilable with the Gao family? What do you think? Wang Chake could only nod. Well then let's directly target the Gao family now, Pangfunda asked. That's the only way, Wang Chake said. Xiao Chun's strength seems to be stronger again. We are no match for him at all. Gao Dingyang, your son Gao Bisi, deceived the Supernatural Investigation Bureau and falsely accused the Qi family. We have executed him on the spot. Now you also come with us. As for the previous execution of the Qi family, all of them are cancelled. Pangfunda walked over and suddenly said loudly, What? Gao Dingyang heard Pangfunda's words and was a little confused. Nothing, come with me. Wang Chake walked directly over, grabbed Gao Dingyang's shoulder, and locked his arms behind his back. Let go of the family head. When the entourage of the Gao family saw that the Supernatural Investigation Bureau wanted to take Gao Dingyang away, they were a little angry and blocked in front of Wang Chake. Why is the Gao family rebelling? Do you want to go against the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? Pangfunda said coldly. Do you have the right to stop the Supernatural Investigation Bureau from taking anyone back for investigation? The Gao family suddenly had a dilemma. You can leave now. I will go back and see what the situation is. Gao Dingyang also knew that he could not resist at this moment. Otherwise, it would be tantamount to going against the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. He also saw the situation. The person brought back by Qi Zhigao might be a powerful person that even the Supernatural Investigation Bureau was afraid of. However, he did not think too much about it, because the Supernatural Investigation Bureau was also involved in this matter. In his opinion, it was just a formality and the matter was over. Taking him back was actually a way to get out of the situation. After going back, there would be nothing to do. Yes. When the Gao family heard the family head say so, they quickly dispersed and hurried out of the Qi family's house. They got into the car and left. Gao Dingyang, on the other hand, was taken to the Supernatural Investigation Bureau's car. However, when he got into the car, he was still escorted by Wang Chake like a criminal. He was a little unhappy. Deputy Team Leader Wang, that's enough. Isn't this just a formality? Who told you it was a formality? Wang Chake glared and said, I tell you, Gao Dingyang, your Gao family's Gao Bisi is suspected of deceiving us and has been executed on the spot. Now it's your turn. What? Bisi, he really? Gao Dingyang's expression changed. He could not believe it. Gao Bisi was really dead. He had thought it was a lie before. Nonsense, he's already dead. Wang Chake snorted coldly. Since he had chosen to express his loyalty to Xiao Chun, Wang Chake would not give the Gao family any face. How can you go back on your word? Aren't you working with our Gao family? When Gao Dingyang heard this, his eyes suddenly became bloodshot. He wanted to fight Wang Chake, but he was no match for him. He could not even break free. Wang Chake was a martial master, and Gao Dingyang was only a half-step martial master. A martial artist at the peak of the 10th level great perfection could not compete with him. Cut the crap. Let me tell you, the Gao family is finished. Wang Chake sneered. What do you mean by working with us? We were just deceived. If you want to talk about it, it's all Gao Bisi's fault. I want to complain. I want to complain to your superior. You've tricked our Gao family. Gao Dingyang roared. Oh, do what you want. Wang Chake said faintly. Xiao Chun watched Wang Chake and Pang Fengde take Gao Dingyang away. He did not say anything. It was up to them to deal with it, but it would be good if he could take this opportunity to trick them. After finding an empty corner, Xiao Chun dialed Xia Zhili's number. Xiao Chun, what's the matter? Xia Zhili asked. Previously, I'm very sorry about the Chung family. I couldn't help you, and they were taken away in the end. It's like this. There's a chance to attack Wang Chake and Pang Fengde. Xiao Chun said. Deputy Bureau Chief Xia, aren't you in charge of Team B now? I couldn't be the team leader on my side, so I directly became the Deputy Bureau Chief. Now that the deputy team leader of Team B is vacant, the one with the best chance is Wang Chake. I believe Deputy Bureau Chief Xia wants to stop him, right? Yes, Wang Chake is disobedient. He is not one of my people. He is closer to Song Billion. I have long wanted to get rid of him. Xiao Chun, do you have a good idea? Xia Zhili said bluntly. There were too many common secrets between him and Xiao Chun, so he didn't care about these. Yes, it's like this. Xiao Chun told Xia Zhili about Wang Chake and Pang Fengde's private cooperation with the Gao family. You think of a way to make an article. In a few days, I will go back for a meeting. Let's attack them at the meeting. Haha, there's such a good opportunity. No problem, I got it. There will definitely be a meeting in a few days. At that time, we will kill him together. Xia Zhili said. Although it's not enough to remove him from the deputy team leader position, it also makes him have no chance to be the team leader. And that's what I mean. Xiao Chun nodded. After hanging up the phone, Qi Zhigao had already told the Qi family what had happened. Qi Zhigao's father, Qi Tiger, Qi Zhigao's grandfather, Qi Tianzhan, and Qi Ziyuan's father, Qi Laobao, came over one after another. Young hero Xiao, thank you very much for your help, Qi Tianzhan said with a fist and palm salute. Zhigao has already told me that we can escape this time thanks to young hero Xiao. Otherwise, the Qi family would really be finished this time. I'm really happy for Zhigao to have a friend like you, Qi Tiger also said. If Qi Zhigao hadn't provoked Gao Bisi outside, we wouldn't have gotten into such trouble. An uncoordinated voice sounded. It was Qi Ziyuan's father, Qi Laobao. Chapter 723. He was naturally unhappy to see Qi Zhigao in the limelight. Qi Zhigao and Qi Ziyuan were both competitors for the heir of the Qi family. Of course, he did not want to see Qi Zhigao get better. Who is this man? Xiao Chen's face turned cold as he looked at Qi Zhigao. It's my second uncle. Qi Zhigao saw Xiao Chen's face change and quickly said, Brother Xiao, don't be angry. My second uncle doesn't know how to speak. Slap. Xiao Chen slapped Qi Laobao and sent him flying. Qi Laobao fell heavily on the ground not far away. He spat out a few teeth, and half of his face had become red steamed buns. You should know how Gao Bisi died. Don't say such ambiguous words in front of me. This time I will let it go for Qi Zhigao's sake, but next time you will die. Xiao Chen looked at Qi Laobao indifferently and said, I have nothing to do with the Qi family. It was just a coincidence that I helped them. Qi Zhigao and I are friends. Remember, I am only doing this for Qi Zhigao. Don't think that you are a big shot. In my eyes, those martial arts sects and real martial arts families are nothing, not to mention an ordinary family. Young Master Xiao, please calm down, Qi Tianzhong quickly said. Laobao's words are not pleasant to hear. Please don't take it to heart. Thank you for your help this time. I hope that your friendship with Zhigao can continue. Although Zhigao did not become your brother-in-law, I know that your relationship has always been good. Yes, Xiao Chen nodded and said, my words are not pleasant to hear, but you can also understand it this way. I may not care about the Qi family, but I will try my best to help Qi Zhigao. After that, Xiao Chen patted Qi Zhigao on the shoulder and then smiled. He believed that the Qi family was not stupid and could understand the hidden meaning of his words. That was only when Qi Zhigao was promoted would Xiao Chen help the Qi family. Qi Tianzhong's eyes flashed, but Qi Laobao was very annoyed. How could he not understand the meaning of Xiao Chen's words? However, he didn't dare to make a sound. This time he was beaten up badly. He was a stage 8 inner force martial artist, but he couldn't defend himself at all in front of Xiao Chen. What kind of strength was this? However, he was also somewhat unwilling. Xiao Chen was just a descendant of an ordinary declining aristocratic family. How could he possess such ability? How was this possible? The Qi family was much more powerful than the Xiao family, but they still needed help from others. Thank you, young hero Xiao. Tiger Qi also understood this and quickly thanked him. There's no need to thank me. I just happened to be here. Also, I have something to do, so I'll take my leave first. Xiao Chen said. After that, he glanced at Qiao Yuling and warned her lightly. You stay with Qi Zhigao and behave yourself, or I don't mind. Xiao Chen did not finish his words and strode out of the Qi family's living room. He believed that Qiao Yuling should understand that these things were actually caused by Qiao Yuling and had little to do with Qi Zhigao. This woman was jumping up and down, but Qi Zhigao still wanted her. Xiao Chen did not understand, but he would not interfere. He just threatened her and left. Boss, let me see you off. Qi Zhigao quickly followed him out. Xiao Chen got in the car, and Qi Zhigao also sat in the co-driver's seat. Xiao Chen glanced at him and did not rush to start the car. Obviously, Qi Zhigao had something to say, so he looked at him and did not speak. He just smiled faintly. Boss, am I very useless? Qi Zhigao was a little self-deprecating. I found a woman, but it's so shameful. Do you look down on me a little? This is your own choice. I can't comment on anything, but Qiao Yuling is really not a good woman. I don't understand why you are still with her. Xiao Chen saw that Qi Zhigao said so he also said, AI, it's for the family business. Now the Qi family and the Qiao family have launched a comprehensive cooperation. In Songning City, many businesses are handled by the Qiao family and the Qin family. If there is a conflict, the business of the Qiao family will be shut down. At that time, the impact will not be small. Qi Zhigao sighed. Sometimes think about it. Everything will be over if you endure it. Up to you. This is still your own consideration. I can't say anything. Xiao Chen patted Qi Zhigao and said, If you need me, you can contact me. After all, we have known each other for a long time. And I know Brother Xiao. Qi Zhigao looked very happy. I can't be with Xiao Xiao anymore. And you still help me like this. It's nothing. Your indecisive character is not suitable for Xiao Xiao. She doesn't like boys with this kind of character. It's not necessarily a bad thing that you can't be together. Well, let's not talk about this. I'm leaving first. I still have to pick up Xiao Xiao. Xiaochen said. And boss, goodbye. Qi Zhigao got out of the car and waved to Xiaochen. Xiaochen drove to the door of the hospital and dialed Xiao Xiao's phone. Originally, the DNA test needed to be done the next day, but Xiao Xiao added money and rushed it, so the results were quickly obtained. I'm sorry. The test results prove that Miss and the test subject have no blood relationship. The doctor looked at the report and explained. Generally, the DNA test was actually a paternity test. Although Xiao Xiao looked very young, it didn't mean that she had no children. So the doctor still said in an apologetic tone. Oh, really? No relationship? Really no relationship? That's great. When Xiao Xiao saw the result, she was so happy that she almost jumped up. It seems that I was really picked up. That's great. Miss, I'm sorry for your loss. The doctor was shocked. He thought that Xiao Xiao was crazy. She was so sad that she was going to have a mental illness. Sorry for your loss? Why should I be sorry for your loss? I was picked up, okay? Xiao Xiao looked at the doctor strangely. Really, what a strange person. Ah, the doctor was confused this time. Why is it good to be picked up? Is she so happy that she isn't born by her parents? However, since Xiao Xiao said so, he couldn't say anything. Xiao Xiao's phone rang. When she saw the caller ID, she picked it up happily. Brother, where are you? I'm downstairs in the hospital. How are you? Have you done the test? Asked Xiao Chen. It's done. There's nothing else. I'm going down now. Xiao Xiao went downstairs happily. At the door of the hospital, she saw Xiao Chen's car. Brother, you solved it so quickly? Aren't you the same? I thought it would take a long time to check. I wanted to go up and take a look. I didn't expect you to be done already. Xiao Chen looked at Xiao Xiao and smiled. Yeah, it's actually nothing. I'm just being paranoid. Xiao Xiao smiled. Brother, are we going back to the class reunion? If you want to go back and take a look. Xiao Chen didn't care. Then let's go back. It's only 10 o'clock. We'll play until the evening today. Xiao Xiao suggested. Okay, then I'll listen to you. Xiao Chen naturally didn't care. He drove back to Immortal Resort again. When Xiao Chen and Xiao Xiao went back, they met the class monitor Chen Muzhen. He was quite puzzled. When he saw Xiao Xiao, he couldn't help but ask. Xiao Xiao, didn't you ask for leave? Why haven't you left yet? Oh, I suddenly had nothing to do, so I didn't leave. Xiao Xiao simply said that she didn't leave to save a lot of explanations. If that's the case, then it's just right. Everyone is getting ready to gather. We'll climb the mountain together later. You should come too. Chen Muzhen nodded and didn't doubt it. Okay. Xiao Xiao replied. Brother, are we going now? And you decide. Xiao Chen didn't care. He had climbed the mountain before, so it wasn't interesting. However, there was nothing else to play in this resort. Climbing the mountain was one of the events. He followed Chen Muzhen to the square outside. At this time, the students had also arrived. The incident in the morning only attracted some people's curiosity, but they didn't pay much attention to it. Gao Bisi's disappearance didn't cause too much suspicion. After all, he disappeared last night, and no one knew where he went. As for Qi Zhigao and Chao Yiling's disappearance, everyone felt that it was reasonable. After all, they made a fool of themselves yesterday. It was normal to be embarrassed to come. Today, our main event is to climb the mountain. Of course, if your legs are not good, you don't have to go, Chen Muzhen said. This immediately attracted a burst of laughter from the students present. We are all young people. How can our legs be bad? So they responded. When are we going to climb? We can't wait. Then I won't say much, but you must listen to the command later. Don't walk around casually. There may be danger on this mountain. We can only take the paths that are opened. Chen Muzhen exhorted. Understood. Everyone nodded in agreement. In addition to Xiao Zhao's classmates, there were other tourists who came here for vacation. At this time, they were also climbing the mountain. They didn't know why, but after a few steps, there was a conflict in front. Not good. The class monitor was beaten up. The classmate in front shouted and then said, Boys attack together. The other party has more people. Kill them. This roar caused the blood of the boys in the class to boil. Chun Mujin was very popular in the class. She was a good class monitor, and everyone supported her. When they heard that she had been beaten, they immediately became anxious and rushed forward. Why is there a fight? Xiao Chun was stunned. He didn't expect such a situation to happen. I don't know. Let's go and take a look. Brother, you help them. Don't let the students suffer, Xiao Xiao said. And let's go and take a look. Xiao Chun nodded and squeezed through the crowd with the other guys. He saw Chun Mujin lying on the ground with her head bleeding. But the other party was extremely arrogant. A few stinky students. How dare you be so arrogant? Didn't you just ask how much it costs to sleep with someone for a night? You even scolded me? The man who beat her pointed at Chun Mujin fiercely and said, Who asked you to be a busybody? Class monitor? What's wrong with class monitor? You are just an idiot. Chapter 724. Let's go together and beat them up. A tall and sturdy man shouted angrily. Sure, let's go. The man who beat them up was extremely arrogant. There were also a few strong men around him. It was obvious that they were not to be trifled with. He waved his hand and said disdainfully, Go, if you dare to come and die, then come. I'm not afraid to tell you that we are from the Ox family dojo. Don't be impulsive, don't be impulsive. At this time, the tour guide who brought them up the mountain also came over. As there were more tourists going up the mountain today, the tour guide was in charge of several groups of tourists. He was in front. When he heard the conflict here, he quickly ran over. When he saw the man who beat them up, his expression changed. Obviously, he knew him. He quickly said to the students here, Everyone, let's forget about it. They are all martial artists. What's wrong with martial artists? The tall and sturdy boy was a little dissatisfied. He beat up our class monitor. If we let it go like this, it's not the right thing to do. Yes, we can't let it go. The students echoed. Aya, some things can't be explained to you students. In short, this society is not as simple as you think. These people, how do I put it? Martial artists are just a title. They are much more powerful than ordinary people. When they reach this level, it is difficult for ordinary people to compete with them. The tour guide obviously knew something. This Ox family dojo is a very powerful existence in the local area. Is he one of those legendary warriors? The tall and sturdy boy was stunned. He seemed to have thought of something. It seemed that he knew about it. They are cultivators? Yes, it seems that you know. Then don't conflict with them. It won't do you any good. The tour guide advised. When the tall and sturdy boy heard this, he obviously retreated. However, the previous clamor made him a little embarrassed. He didn't know how to deal with it for a moment. Haha, how is it? Are you afraid? If you are afraid, let this girl accompany me for a night, and this matter will be over. The man who beat them up sneered, and pointed to a female student behind Chun Mujin. It's not that I'm not paying you. Tell me how much for a night. The female student was a little afraid, and kept hiding. A boy beside her was also filled with righteous indignation. That's enough. We all admit defeat. Don't push your luck. I gave you an inch and you want a foot? The man who hit him snorted coldly, and was about to grab him, when he was pushed by someone and stumbled. It was actually Xiao Xiao. Don't bully Li Xiener. What's wrong with being a martial artist? So what if you're a martial artist? Xiao Xiao was also a martialist. Although her strength was low, she was caught off guard, and nearly pushed the burly man down. Shit! Who dares to push me? The man calmed himself down and raised his head. When he saw Xiao Xiao, his eyes lit up. She's a hot chick, but I like it. Since you like to meddle in other people's business, I'll let you have it. It's fine if you don't bully her, but come with us. As he spoke, the man was about to grab Xiao Xiao. Are you dreaming? Xiao Chun slapped the arm of the man who hit him. Instantly, the arm became distorted in an unnatural way. The arm that was full of muscles was beaten into a pile of soft flesh. It drooped down, and the bones inside were all shattered, turning into a pile of rotten flesh. Ouch! The man who hit him screamed. He was in so much pain that he broke out in a cold sweat. His eyes bulged out, and he breathed in big mouthfuls of cold air. It hurts, it hurts. Brat, you're courting death. The few men behind the man were originally watching the show with the mentality of watching a joke. This was because the man who hit the man was a stage 5 inner force cultivator. He was very strong, and he alone was enough to take care of these students. However, he did not expect that another student would come and cripple his arm with a single slap. These people immediately became anxious and were about to rush over and beat up Xiao Chun. No. Seeing that his companions were about to attack, the man who hit him hurriedly shouted, "He's a martial master!" Ha! The few men who were about to rush over stopped in their tracks. The word martial master was like a magic barrier. They couldn't believe it, but they couldn't not believe it. This was because the strength of the man who hit him was obvious. Even his arm was crippled in an instant. This person must have strength, but they didn't expect him to be a martial master. Now that the man who hit him had said it clearly, they didn't dare to say anything else. They could only look at Xiao Chun warily. You are. Don't care who I am. Kneel down and kowtow now, and I'll consider letting you go. Otherwise you'll be like him. I think it's good for you to be a one-armed person. Maybe after losing an arm, you'll be able to become a hero or something. Xiao Chun said lightly. The reversal of the situation only took an instant. Everyone was a little dumbfounded, especially the tour guide, who looked at Xiao Chun in horror. One had to know that the people from the Ox family dojo were the local tyrants. They had always been the ones who bullied others. No one had been able to subdue them. But now, an ordinary student actually made these people from the dojo hesitant to take action. In fact, the people from the Ox family dojo never paid when they came to the resort to play. However, the boss had no choice but to treat them for free, because these people were like gangsters in the local area. They were very arrogant. The students behind were also shocked at this moment. They didn't expect Xiao Zhao's boyfriend to be so powerful. Although they didn't know how serious the injuries of the man who hit him were, they knew it wasn't a good thing looking at his drooping arm. It was probably crippled. What? You're not kneeling? Xiao Chun frowned. They were just a few low-level martial artists, yet they were so arrogant in front of him. Those people from the true martial families and sects wouldn't be like this. No, why aren't you kneeling? Although the man who hit him was in pain, he knew the difference between a martial master and a martial artist. The other party was a martial master. No matter how they resisted, it was impossible for them to win. Therefore, it was better to just admit defeat. He was the leader of this group, so when he spoke, the others also knelt down. Although they were unwilling, there was nothing they could do. We were wrong, let us go. The man who hit him said carefully with a black face. Forget it, let's go. Xiao Chun couldn't be bothered with them. They were all small fry. He didn't put them in his eyes at all. So he didn't want to waste any more time. Yes. The man who hit him crawled up, then pulled the few people around him, and quickly left. The farce came and went quickly. At this time, Chun Muzhin had already wiped the blood off her face. Although the other party was a martial artist, he didn't kill her. After all, if he really wanted to kill her, Chun Muzhin wouldn't be his opponent. She might even be beaten to death. Most of Chun Muzhin's injuries were superficial. She was pushed and fell to the ground, so it wasn't a big deal after she wiped it clean and bandaged it. Xiao Chong, thank you, Chun Muzhin said to Xiao Chun gratefully. I didn't expect you to be so powerful. Your martial arts are so good. You should be from a big family, right? Xiao Chun smiled noncommittally and said, Otherwise, how could I be worthy of Xiao Xiao? That's true. Chun Muzhin smiled and said, To be able to carry Goddess Xiao home, he isn't an ordinary person. That's right, I have good taste. Xiao Xiao said proudly. Class monitor, can you continue to climb the mountain? Why not? Don't look down on me. It's just a small injury. Chun Muzhin shook her head and said, Let's go, let's continue. This time, the tour guide didn't go to the other groups. Instead, he followed Xiao Chun and the others. Although these people were students, they couldn't offend a ruthless person like Xiao Chun. Didn't they see how miserable the people from the Nyo family dojo were? Soon, everyone arrived at the mountainside, which was the place where Xiao Chun came last time. There was no more road in front. The tour guide let everyone move around freely here. After a while, they would gather together and go down the mountain. Xiao Xiao found a place to sit down. Xiao Chen walked over, looked at her and said, "What's wrong? Are you tired?" "No, I just want to rest for a while." Xiao Xiao said. "Brother, sit down too." "Oh, okay." Xiao Chen sat next to Xiao Xiao. "Brother, you can lie on my lap, just like in the movies, where the guy lies on the girl's lap." Xiao Xiao said, "Look over there, Sun Nanxue and Brother Chen are starting to be intimate. Didn't you just tell me in the morning that men and women should be different? How can you forget in the blink of an eye?" Xiao Chen said seriously. "I was a little uncomfortable in the morning, so I was just playing with you. Do you really believe it?" Xiao Xiao smiled and said, "Besides, we have to continue acting. Look at us now, we are so unfamiliar. We don't look like a couple at all." Xiao Chen was a little helpless, but he felt weird lying on Xiao Xiao's lap. He could only reach out and hug Xiao Xiao to appear more intimate. "Is this okay?" "It's barely okay. It's not too intimate." Xiao Xiao leaned into Xiao Chen's arms again. Now she could be said to be unscrupulous. After confirming the matter in the hospital, Xiao Xiao didn't avoid it anymore. Before, she was still a little worried and uncertain. After all, it was just hearsay. If it wasn't true, it would be terrible. But now there was no problem at all. Modern medicine was very accurate. Whether it was Xiao Xiao's psychological or external problems, they had been solved. "You." Xiao Chen shook his head. "I thought you had thought it through. In the blink of an eye, you changed back." Yeah. I thought I was sick before, so I was a little worried. Now I went to see a doctor, and I'm fine." Xiao Xiao nodded. "Right, what's your problem? Is it serious?" Xiao Chen suddenly remembered, so he asked again. "It's nothing. It's just a little inflammation," Xiao Xiao casually said. Chapter 725. There's inflammation? Xiao Chen was stunned. "Aya, it's a gynecological problem," Xiao Xiao said. "Why are you asking so carefully?" Xiao Xiao, gynecological problems for girls are not a small matter. You should take a closer look. However, Xiao Chen said seriously, you mustn't ignore it. It might affect your fertility or something. "Aya brother, why are you nagging? The doctor told me that it's about my physique. It's a little complicated. He said that I'll be fine if I have a boyfriend. Do you understand?" Xiao Xiao said impatiently. "Why don't we do it with real knives and guns at night? I'll be fine." "You're getting more and more frivolous," Xiao Chen said angrily. "What nonsense are you talking about? Who asked you to ask so many questions?" Xiao Xiao pouted. "I'm just concerned about you." Xiao Chen was dumbfounded. "Aren't you bickering with me?" "I'm not. This is the truth. Why don't we do it together? Anyway, it's fine as long as I don't get pregnant." Xiao Xiao wasn't so bold before the DNA test, but now, she was simply a little unscrupulous. She could no longer suppress her feelings for Xiao Chen. In the past, Xiao Xiao still restrained herself because of her family, the opinions of outsiders, and the truth of the matter. Although she liked Xiao Chen, she wasn't so unscrupulous. But now it was different. Obviously, she had no blood relationship with Xiao Chen. Why couldn't they be together? If Xiao Chen was still the loser from before, it would be fine. Although Xiao Xiao had the intention, Xiao Chen had to face the responsibility of the outside world and the disappointment of his family. In the past, the Xiao family needed her own marriage to grow, but now the Xiao family didn't need this at all. Xiao Chen alone was enough. So Xiao Xiao felt that she should find her own happiness instead of being bound by the family's concept. "Xiao Xiao, if you talk nonsense again, I'm really angry." Xiao Chen's face changed. He didn't expect Xiao Xiao to say such words. In the end, Xiao Chen was still a relatively traditional person. He couldn't accept a brother and sister being together. He wasn't an uncivilized primitive. How could he do this? Even if he told Xiao Xiao not to get pregnant and not to have children, the impact might be relatively small, but Xiao Chen still couldn't accept it. What's there to be angry about? You read those comics. For example, My Sister Can't Be So Cute. Have you read them? Xiao said. So you've read too many comics, your mind is filled with nonsense. Xiao Chen said angrily. I'll burn them when we get home. They're not biological siblings. Xiao Xiao immediately explained. Nonsense. Why didn't I see anything that said they weren't related? The siblings are both perverts. One has a brother complex while the other has a sister complex. Xiao Chen said angrily. You're not allowed to watch it in the future. Gu is. Brother Chen Chen. Brother is Xiao Xiao. You've read it too. You're still talking about me? Are you also a siscon? Otherwise, why do you read so many comics? Xiao Xiao suddenly seemed to have discovered a new continent. Ahem. Xiao Chen blushed. You bought the comics. I was bored and flipped through them. But since you know that they aren't biological siblings, why did you say it? We are biological siblings. That's not necessarily true. Maybe they aren't. Xiao Xiao blinked. Why don't we have a baby and see if it's mentally retarded? How about we do it tonight? Is what you said true? Xiao Chen's face was very ugly. Yeah. Xiao Xiao nodded. Pa. Xiao Chen finally couldn't help but slap Xiao Xiao. Although he didn't use much strength, it could be seen from Xiao Chen's trembling hand that Xiao Chen was really angry at this moment. Brother, you hit me? Xiao Xiao couldn't believe it. It's a light slap. Xiao Chen's expression was serious. He took a deep breath and said, Xiao Xiao, now I finally understand why you don't want to be with Qi Zhigao. I also know why you always dress so revealing in front of me. And you are so intimate. What do you mean? Xiao Xiao stuttered. If you didn't mention the comics, I wouldn't have thought of it. When you mentioned the comics, I figured it out. You like me? Xiao Chen frowned. No wonder you are so hostile to Qing Minjing and Shen Jingxian. So what? Xiao Xiao simply stopped pretending. She boldly looked straight at Xiao Chen. I just like you. You are mine. You have been since you were young. They took you away. Isn't that enough for me to hate them? What did I do wrong? You. Xiao Chen looked at Xiao Xiao's confident look. He really didn't know what to say. Xiao Xiao, you aren't young anymore. Can you let Grandpa and second uncle not worry about you? Can they be happy if you do this? Do you want our Xiao family to be as embarrassing as Qiao Yuling? Ha 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 ha. Xiao Xiao suddenly laughed. She laughed forward and back. What do you mean? What's wrong with you, Xiao Xiao? Xiao Chen was stunned and a little stunned. Originally, Xiao Xiao looked like she was facing death calmly. Why did she suddenly laugh? Ha 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 ha, brother. You are so funny. You really have a good imagination. Xiao Xiao laughed until she couldn't catch her breath. I like you, but it's the kind of worship for my brother. It's not wrong for me to be angry at Cheng Minjing and Shen Jingxian. But this is also normal. My brother originally loves his sister, but now he loves his girlfriend. There is nothing wrong with this. Then you. Xiao Chen looked at Xiao Xiao doubtfully. Don't worry, it's not as serious as you said. I'm just joking. I'm just testing if you're a siscon or not. If you really want to push me down, I won't dare to play with you anymore. Xiao Xiao laughed. Gosh, you scared me to death. Xiao Chen was speechless. You are really scaring people. I even hit you. Does it hurt? I know you can't bear to hit me. It doesn't hurt at all. Don't forget that I am also a martial artist. You don't even have the strength of an ordinary person. Xiao Xiao laughed indifferently. Next time don't scare me. You really scared me to death. Xiao Chen sighed. I thought there was something wrong with my sister's heart. You are the one who has a problem. Xiao Xiao rolled her eyes at Xiao Chen. Well, I was just joking. If I really had that intention, I would have seduced you when I was sleeping at night. You would have been hooked in your dreams. Why would I wait until now? I have slept with you since I was a child. You still want to say it? Xiao Chen glared. I won't say it anymore. Xiao Xiao stuck out her tongue. In fact, the latter words were to lie to Xiao Chen, but Xiao Xiao had no choice. She could see that Xiao Chen couldn't accept this relationship for a while, so she didn't say anything about the DNA. If she said it, and Xiao Chen still didn't accept it, then there would be no room to turn back. So Xiao Xiao was very smart. She planned to take it step by step. First, she would make the relationship harmonious. It would be best to let Xiao Chen like her a little. At that time, there would be no problem. Gather, let's go. Xiao Chen pointed to the students not far away. And let's go. Xiao Xiao nodded. In fact, there was nothing on the mountainside. After most of the students came up, they just took a photo as a souvenir. Then they walked around and prepared to leave. Seeing that everyone was gathered, Chun Muzhen also organized everyone to go down the mountain. It was easy to go up the mountain, But it was difficult to go down the mountain. First, the slope down the mountain was steep and difficult to walk. Second, everyone's strength was almost exhausted. Brother, I am tired. Carry me. Xiao Xiao didn't want to walk anymore. Aren't you a martial artist? Why are you so tired? Xiaochen didn't believe it. Anyway, just tell me if you want to carry me or not. Xiao Xiao said shamelessly. Carry me. Xiaochen also knew that Xiao Xiao was joking, so he didn't care. He squatted down. Xiao Xiao jumped up happily and hugged Xiaochen's neck. This feels so much better. Be obedient, Xiaochen warned. Hee hee. Xiao Xiao smiled mischievously. A group of people went down the mountain. Fortunately, everyone was young, so they weren't particularly tired. So they quickly returned to the previous resort. Lunch had also begun. Everyone came to the restaurant one after another. They were also very hungry. After the food was served, they wolfed down the food. Brother, can you help me pick up a scallop? I want to eat it. Xiao Xiao said. You don't have hands. Xiaochen said angrily. You used to help others when you were young. Xiao Xiao also said angrily. All right. Xiaochen didn't say anything. He could only pick up the chopsticks and pick up a scallop for Xiao Xiao. You two are so loving. Chen Muzhen saw it from the opposite side. She smiled and teased. Thank you for today's matter. Don't mention it. It's nothing, Xiaochen said with a smile. We are all classmates. How can we let others bully us when we go out together? I don't know where Gao Bisi went. He always bragged in class. He said that if we go out to play and encounter trouble, we can look for him. In the end, he disappeared. Chen Muzhen shook her head. This sports committee member is really unreliable, Xiaochen said. He was dead, so of course he disappeared. However, he couldn't say this. He believed that the Supernatural Investigation Bureau would handle it. Besides, Wang Chake killed him. It had nothing to do with him. After the meal, it was time to rest. In fact, they could leave. Those who had a car could leave first. Those who didn't have a car, Chen Muzhen would contact the bus in a while. Xiaochen and Xiao Xiao went upstairs. As they walked, Xiaochen asked, Can we go back this time? Yes, but I want to sleep. I'm a little tired from climbing the mountain in the morning. Xiao Xiao said. Brother, can you hug me later? Up to you. Xiaochen really couldn't do anything about Xiao Xiao. The key was that this person was his own sister. They didn't avoid each other. If it was Shen Jingxian, Lu Shuangshuang, or Tang Tang, they couldn't do this. However, this was also something that couldn't be helped. Who asked Xiaochen to have only one sister? Back in the room, Xiao Xiao quickly took off her clothes and climbed into bed. It was too late for Xiaochen to say anything. He could only lie next to her and cover her with another quilt. Chapter 726. Can I go to your bed? Xiao Xiao turned over and asked. No, who asked you to not wear anything? Xiaochen refused sternly. It's just a joke. If you really want me to go, I won't go. What if you become a beast? Xiao Xiao curled her lips. As the two were talking, suddenly there was a commotion downstairs and a person's clamor. Who beat my Nio family dojo's people? Stand up. Today, I, Nio Sanpao, promise to make them regret coming to this world. Downstairs of the resort, a huge voice was shouting. Brother, is he calling you? Xiao Xiao also heard it, and immediately sat up and asked. As soon as she sat up, the quilt on her body slipped down, and the ravine in front of her chest entered Xiao Chen's eyes. Cough cough. Xiao Chen looked away with difficulty. He reminded himself not to think too much, but he was still a little annoyed. Xiao Xiao, pay attention. Aya, it's an urgent matter. You still care so much. People are coming to settle the score with you. You should go down quickly. Xiao Xiao reminded. I'll go take a look. Xiao Chen could only not look at Xiao Xiao. He opened the window and jumped down from the building. Aya, I'm still naked. I opened the window. It's freezing. Xiao Xiao shrank into the quilt. Where is the coward who beat people in the morning? Do you dare to come out if I call you? Nio Sanpao shouted. Bang! But as soon as his voice fell, he was stepped on. It turned out that Xiao Chen fell from the sky and directly stepped on his head. Aya damn who stepped on me? Don't you want to live? How can someone jump off a building? Nio Sanpao got up from the ground and looked at Xiao Chen with some anger. Can you change the place if you want to die? Don't affect others, okay? Tell me, you jumped on my head. Oh, I did it on purpose. Xiaochen smiled. Are you looking for death? Niu Sanpao was stunned. Oh right. You wanted to jump off the building and die. You didn't die, because you wanted to provoke me and make me kill you, right? I won't fall for it. Get lost. I'm going to find someone. Oh, I am the person you are looking for. Xiaochen was speechless when he heard Niu Sanpao's words. Why does it seem like there's something wrong with this person's brain? You. Stop bullshitting. You think you can beat Wang Dao? Niu Sanpao sized up Xiaochen with a look of disbelief. I was the one who hit him. If you have something to say, then say it. If not, then leave. Xiaochen could also see that this Niu Sanpao was an idiot. He was a martial arts practitioner, yet he did not understand that there was no relationship between a cultivator's level and their physique. You. Niu Sanpao sized up Xiaochen and said, since you want to take responsibility, then there's nothing more to say. Why did you injure someone from my dojo for no reason? For no reason? Did he tell you that? Xiaochen asked in amusement. That's right. Niu Sanpao nodded and said, you guys were on the mountain. Because of a small matter, you had a dispute. As a martial arts master, you actually injured a 5th stage martial artist. Don't you think it's too much? I, Niu Sanpao, am also a martial arts master, but I won't casually hit people. Just like just now, when I treated you as an ordinary person, even if you stepped on me, I wouldn't do anything to you because our levels are different. Oh, Xiaochen smiled and said, you still want to talk about levels with me? I don't want to lie to you. Your subordinate called Wang Dao molested my classmate and said that he wanted my classmate to sleep with him at night. If you don't believe me, you can go back and ask him. Not only that, but he also slept with an ordinary person without any internal strength. That's why I attacked him. If he didn't tell you that, then you are being deceived. Why should I believe you? Niu Sanpao was a little annoyed. You hit someone and even framed Wang Dao. What are your intentions? If I want to kill you, it's as easy as flipping my hand. Xiaochen said indifferently. The reason why I said so much to you is because your brain isn't very bright, but it's not bad. I'm afraid that you are being deceived. Otherwise, I would have slapped you away. Impossible. Niu Sanpao's eyes widened. You are lying. Why don't you try slapping me away? I am also a 3rd stage martial artist. Oh, do you really want to try? Xiaochen looked at him and asked. Let's try. I'll stand here, you can slap me. Niu Sanpao said loudly. Oh. Xiaochen waved his hand. Pa! Whoosh! Niu Sanpao flew out and fell heavily on the ground. He didn't get up for a long time. When he got up, he looked at Xiaochen in shock. You are a demon general? Yes. So if I was unreasonable, I would have beaten you to death a long time ago. Do you think I'm lying to you by spouting so much nonsense? Xiaochen nodded. That's not it. Niu Sanpao nodded. You are an expert, but you don't even bother to make a move on me. That Wang Dao must have his own problem. I will go back and teach him a lesson. Damn it, he dared to lie to me. See if I don't kill him. Oh right, I heard that your subordinates often bully people here, and don't pay for staying in the resort. You should really manage it. Xiaochen reminded. Really? Niu Sanpao was stunned. Obviously he didn't know about these things. You will know if you investigate. Xiaochen guessed that this person was deceived. With such a boss, the subordinates would definitely obey on the surface, but oppose on the inside. This was something that couldn't be helped. Okay, thank you for today's matter. I will definitely repay you in the future. Niu Sanpao cupped his fist. I am from the Wang family of Tianfang, and I manage the business here. Although I don't have much say in the Wang family, if you have a request in the future, I will definitely help to persuade you. Cough cough. Xiaochen listened to Niu Sanpao and almost choked. That's not necessary. I also know him. Wang Fantian is my brother. Xiaochen also said that Wang Tiechia wanted to marry Lan Xinxin to him, but it was better not to say this. It can't be. It turns out that you are a friend of the young master. Niu Sanpao was disrespectful. No wonder you are strong and upright. When Niu Sanpao heard this, he quickly cupped his fists in fear and said, I will definitely discipline my men when I go back. Since you are the young master's friend, you definitely won't lie to me. I will go back and beat these bastards to death. Damn! They made me lose face in front of the young master's friend. Go! Xiaochun waved his hand. Goodbye. Niu Sanpao respectfully cupped his fist, then turned around and left. Xiaochun shook his head. He didn't expect the Niu family martial arts school to be the Wang family's business. It was really a coincidence. It was just that Xiaochun didn't want to have any interaction with the Wang family. It was troublesome enough now. Wang Tietio was stationed at his house. If he didn't agree to this marriage, he really didn't know how to get rid of them. Fortunately, the Xiao family had a big business, and they wouldn't go broke. If they wanted to stay, they could stay. Although the quarrel was quite loud, most of the students who were watching didn't know what was going on. They only saw Xiaochun slap Niu Sanpao and then say a few words. Niu Sanpao was convinced and left. They all admired Xiaochun very much. Even those boys who were unhappy that Xiao Xiao found a boyfriend had to admit that Xiaochun was very powerful. At least in terms of strength and character, he was worthy of Xiao Xiao, and there was still a gap between them. Xiaochun didn't jump up the stairs in a shocking manner. Instead, he walked up the stairs. Xiao Chong, this Niu Sanpao came to look for trouble. Can he come back after he goes back? Chen Muzhen asked with some worry. No, I know the boss behind him. Xiaochun smiled and said, unless he doesn't want to work anymore. That's good. Chen Muzhen nodded. Today's matter was successfully solved with Xiaochun's help. He was also very happy. Chen Muzhen and Xiaochun went upstairs. Xiaochun returned to his room, and Chen Muzhen also left. As soon as he entered the door, he saw that Xiao Xiao had already put on her clothes. Hey, you're quite quick this time. You didn't put on your clothes in front of me. Xiaochun was a little surprised. Do you really think she wants to seduce you? Xiao Xiao said angrily. It's just a coincidence. I didn't avoid you too much. I let you take advantage of me a few times. How can there be a good thing every time? She's not your wife. You go and look for Tang Tang and Xin Jingxian. Well, then I'll go to Tang Tang's place tonight. Xiaochun smiled and said. No. Xiao Xiao immediately said. You have to accompany me. If you want to see, go and see during the day. I'm busy during the day. I don't have time. Xiaochun smiled bitterly. Besides, it's not right to lock Tang Tang and Xiao family in the same room during the day. I don't care. Xiao Xiao picked up the small bag. Let's go home. Let's go. Xiaochun nodded. When they returned to the Xiao family, Xiaochun was stopped by Wang Tietio. Grandpa Wang, what's the matter? Xiaochun felt guilty when he saw this person. Do you agree or not? You're hiding again, aren't you? Hurry up and settle the marriage, then I can go back. Wang Tietio said. Your place is really cold. I'm freezing to death every day. Oh, if Grandpa Wang feels cold, you can go back first. As for the marriage, we'll discuss it later. Xiaochun said. Oh, you're right. Wang Tietio nodded in agreement. Right? Xiaochun was overjoyed. Did Wang Tietio change his nature? Or did he finally couldn't stand the cold weather here, and wanted to go home? Yeah, you've *ked my granddaughter. Then we should discuss it. Wang Tietio said. Puff. Cough cough cough. Xiaochun listened to this and almost vomited blood. He looked at Wang Tietio in shock. He couldn't believe that Wang Tietio could say such a thing. Why are you looking at me? Isn't this what you said? Let's talk about it later. Now is the future. You say it. Wang Tietio asked as a matter of course. I think we can get along with each other first. Xiaochun looked at Wang Tietio with a headache. Oh, then you think about it again. I'll stay for 2 more days. It's good here. If it's not cold, how can I smell the fragrance of plum blossoms? Wang Tietio nodded and turned away. Chapter 727. AI. Xiaochun sighed. Brother, is there something going on between you and Lan Xinxin? Why is the Wang family relying on you? Xiao Xiao was puzzled. She felt that the Wang family was making a mountain out of a molehill. The Wang family was a real martial arts family. Their granddaughter didn't have anything going on with Xiaochun. Even if she did, it wasn't like she couldn't get married. Didn't you see that little bitch, Chao Yuling, married well? So Xiao Xiao was puzzled. Is there something wrong with the Wang family? It's okay. Xiaochen smiled bitterly. I'm not as close to her as you are. Oh, that's not right. We both slept together. It's not as close as me. We hugged, right? Xiao suddenly said. That's not the case at all. Xiaochen said. I'm confused by you. I really have nothing to do with her. Oh, so the Wang family wants to rely on you? Xiao nodded. They probably think that you are very powerful, so they want to dominate you. What's so powerful about me? Xiaochen shook his head. The other party is a real martial arts family. Our Xiao family is an ordinary family. But you even dared to kill people from the Quishan sect. Xiao said. I didn't kill them at that time. Xiaochen suddenly smiled bitterly. That's really strange. Xiao was also a little puzzled. What is going on? After thinking about it, she couldn't figure it out. She simply stopped thinking about it. Anyway, you are going to sneak away soon. Don't care about them then. I don't believe they will stay here forever. Xiao knew that Xiaochen was leaving, so she didn't take the Wang family's matter seriously. Since Xiaochen didn't agree, she just ignored it. Xiao wouldn't be jealous of Lan Xinxin. Well, tell Grandpa and second uncle that I will leave tomorrow morning. Xiaochen sighed. I have to sneak away, because I'm afraid that the Wang family will follow me. In fact, Xiaochen still had some regrets. This time, he basically accompanied everyone but Tang. However, time was tight. Xiao still pestered him at home, which made Xiaochen feel a little sorry for her. Xiao seemed to see something. She hesitated and said with a smile, Tonight, you can accompany Tang. I will go to Lan City to find you when I'm free. Xiao said. Xiaochen was startled, but he saw that Xiao had already turned around and left, leaving only her graceful back view. He had to admit that Xiao's figure was extremely good, but Xiaochen didn't dare to be interested, since he had gotten Xiao's approval. Since when did he need her permission to pick up girls? Xiaochen walked to Tang's room gloomily. Xiaochen pushed the door directly and walked in. He didn't need to avoid Yu Xiaochuan or Tang, but what he saw shocked him. He saw Yu Xiaochuan sneakily putting on a skirt. After being caught by Xiaochen, Yu Xiaochuan's face immediately turned red. She was a little embarrassed, but she still asked, Brother Xiao, do I look good in this dress? Where did you get this dress? Are you crazy? Xiaochen was suddenly scared. Yu Xiaochuan, are you okay? Haha. I just thought that this dress looked good, so I bought it. Hee. Yu Xiaochuan was a little embarrassed. I'll go and change it back. No need. You continue. I'm going to find Tang. Xiaochen didn't know what to say, so he simply didn't say it. Oh, Tang is in that room. You go ahead, Brother Xiao. I'll continue to study. Yu Xiaochuan saw that Xiaochen didn't force him to take it off, so he said happily. Xiaochen shook his head and came to the door of Tang's room. He didn't expect the door to be locked. He was slightly surprised and knocked on the door. Sister Yu, what's the matter? Tang asked. Sister Yu? Xiaochen suddenly sweated. What kind of names do these two people have in private? He could only say, It's me, Xiaochen. Can I come in by myself? And come in. Tang's voice suddenly sounded a little surprised. Xiaochen opened the door and entered the room. He saw Tang lying on the bed reading a book. When she saw Xiaochen coming in, she put the book aside and smiled. You finally have time to see me? Yeah, I don't mention it. I've been too busy these days. Xiaochen smiled bitterly. Are you busy living with Xiao? Tang glanced at Xiaochen. The relationship between you two siblings is really good. Sweat, don't talk nonsense. We have been together since childhood. There is nothing taboo. How can I live with her? Xiaochen quickly explained. Tang, don't think too much. I didn't think too much. Now that I think about it, that card was given to me by Xiao, right? She is really good to you. I asked Sister Yu later. He said that he didn't give it to you. Tang said. Why do you call him Sister Yu? Xiaochen felt awkward listening to this address. He also changed the topic. He didn't want to talk about Xiao. In fact, he also had a little headache. Although Xiao had explained that she was just joking, Xiaochen always felt that something was wrong when he thought about it. He asked for it himself. I thought he was a sissy, so I called him that. Tang shrugged. Right, what are you doing here? What else can I do here? Of course, it's because I miss you, Xiaochen said, and wanted to hug Tang Tang. But Tang Tang gently pushed him away. Xiaochen, come here. Let's talk. Xiaochen was slightly stunned. He looked at Tang Tang strangely. Talk? Yeah, we haven't talked for a long time. Even if we meet, it's just a quick face-to-face meeting. Tang Tang sighed and said, since you stand in front of everyone, you can't be as idle as before. That's true, but it's inevitable. Xiaochen nodded. During this time, I'm really sorry for you. You were at home, but there was no chance to see each other. It's nothing. Gradually, I got used to it. Tang Tang's eyes were a little confused. She turned to look at Xiaochen. She was a little reluctant, but with a trace of determination. Xiaochen, let's break up. Ah? After listening to Tang Tang's words, Xiaochen was suddenly shocked. He looked at her in amazement. His face was full of disbelief. Tang Tang, what did you say? Break up? What do you mean? You don't like me anymore? It's not that I don't like you. Tang Tang shook her head, and a touch of pain flashed across her face. In fact, I feel that our hearts have gradually drifted apart. I feel that I don't know you at all, and you are completely different from the Xiaochen that I first fell in love with. Now you almost stand at the top of these aristocratic families, the true martial arts aristocratic family, and I'm just an ordinary woman who sacrificed for the interests of the family. I don't think we have anything in common. Even if we meet now, I don't know what to say. Xiaochen was a little sad, and his heart was full of regret. Tang Tang was right. Since she went back to the Yu family to unite by marriage, the communication between the two became less and less. Even if they met, they would do some ambiguous things, and then say goodbye in a hurry. There was no time for a real heart-to-heart talk. At first, when I knew that you were White Fox, I was very happy, very happy. But after that excitement and happiness passed, I still missed the previous days. I liked the life when I struggled with you and sold breakfast together. Tang Tang's words were full of sadness. I'm an ordinary girl, and I still like some ordinary life. Your current life is too gorgeous and too cold. I can't accept it. After listening to Tang Tang's words, Xiaochen's heart could not help but sink. He sighed with some pain. Tang Tang, in fact, I also like the previous ordinary life. But now some things are beyond my control. I can't not move forward. But I don't think this is a barrier between us. I'm actually still me. If you like it, when I come back, we can continue to go to the morning market to sell fried dough sticks. Forget it. Tang Tang shook her head. If I go there again, I won't have the same mood as before. Now that I have money, I don't care whether I sell more or less, and I won't have the same excitement as before. Tang Tang, do you still want to break up? Xiaochen asked a little nervously. If you can't tell right from wrong, then so be it. What else can I do? Tang Tang's body fell on Xiaochen's body. Anyway, I'm now Sister Yu's wife. It doesn't matter whether we break up or not. If you want to occupy me, just do it. Maybe during this time, my own mentality is not good. I'll adjust it. In fact, you don't need to adjust. Do what you want to do. How about I talk to you Xiaochuan and let you go back to school? Xiaochen suggested. Forget about going to school. You're not here anymore. It's meaningless for me to go back. Tang Tang shook her head. Then why do you still want to break up? You're relying on me to survive now. Before, without me, you were still doing well in school. Xiaochen smiled. That's true. Then let's not break up. Tang Tang smiled. I found that we still have common topics. Otherwise, how can we talk so much? Xiaochen hugged Tang Tang. And, so I said that maybe I was too lonely during this time. Yu Xiaochuan and I talked about some women's topics all day long, such as beautiful clothes and cosmetics. But you know I'm a tomboy. I don't like those things at all. I'm so annoyed by this guy. Tang Tang patted her forehead. I really don't know what he's thinking. Now he's just like a woman. Maybe he's practicing martial arts. Xiaochen also saw it. But this way, I'm more relieved. At least you're not in danger, and he won't do anything to you. I'm not in danger, but I'm afraid that you're in danger. Tang Tang said. I feel that Yu Xiaochuan seems to like you. Puff. No way. Xiaochun was shocked. Forget it. Maybe I'm thinking too much. See for yourself. Tang Tang didn't continue this topic. Come on, let's make out. Can't you wait? Chapter 728. I was scared by you. How can I be intimate? Xiaochun smiled bitterly. You want to break up with me as soon as I come. That doesn't affect our intimacy. You can look for me even if you break up. Anyway, I can only be with you in this life. Tang Tang spread her hands and said, Who asked me to marry you, Xiaochuan? Forget it. I wanted to officially push you down today to live up to my bet with you, Xiaochuan. But now that I think about it, you should consider it thoroughly. Xiaochun said solemnly, I don't want you to regret it in the future. Oh, you're really not coming? Tang Tang was a little surprised. Haven't you been waiting for this day for a long time? I'm still waiting. I'll continue to wait, said Xiaochun. Then forget it. Tang Tang smiled. However, you're still the same as before. What do you think? Xiaochun suddenly asked sneakily. Before? Like before? Tang Tang smiled faintly. What do you think? Xiaochun squinted his eyes. Go take a shower. I knew you didn't have any good intentions. Tang Tang kicked Xiaochun. Xiaochun went to take a shower happily. In the early morning of the next day, Xiaochun quietly left the Xiao family. He didn't say goodbye, because he was afraid that Wang Tietio would chase after him. At this moment, he was already on the highway to Lan City. Where's that kid Xiaochun today? Why didn't I see him? Wang Tietio came to the Xiao family's dining room and saw that Xiao Xiao, Yu Xiaochuan, and Tang Tang were all there. But he didn't see Xiaochun. Did he go to some class reunion again? I don't know. Xiao Xiao said. If you want to find him, ask him yourself. Forget it. I'll see how many class reunions he can attend. I don't believe that he will hide from me forever. Wang Tietio waved his hand and drank the porridge indifferently. Haha, Elder Wang, it's the young people's business. It's better for them to solve it themselves. It's not good for you to rush them like this. Xiao Yuanshan saw that his own grandson was so popular, and was very happy. If it was in the past, he would have died of happiness if there was a marriage alliance with the true martial family. But now it was better for Xiaochun to make his own decisions, and he would not interfere. He was not afraid of Wang Tietio's family eating and living here. But it was not the case. Forget it, it's not your granddaughter anymore. If your granddaughter was kept by someone, you'd be worried to death. Wang Tietio glared and said angrily. You want to chase me away? No way. This old man will be stationed here. Right, Run? Wang Benben did not dare to speak carelessly. He could only echo from the side. We will follow Lord Father's decision. You see, our whole family has the same opinion, so old man Xiao, you don't have to think about it. Wang Tietio said proudly. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm going to piss you off. Why should I be angry? I'm more than happy that my grandson has a few more wives. Xiao Yuanshan curled his lips. Our Xiao family's marriage is to add people to the family. I'm even happier that you sent Lan Xinxin over. Then you persuade your grandson. Wang Tietio directly climbed up the pole. Okay, I'll persuade. Xiao Yuanshan thought to himself. I really shouldn't have said so much. At this time, Xiaochun had already arrived at Lan City. He exited the toll station of the highway and drove into the city. He was about to go to the previous community, but when he turned around, Su Chuxia and the others had already moved to a new house. So he said to Xiaoma, Xiaoma, you lead the way. Okay. And Xiaoma responded and flew out. However, in Xiaochun's car, she did not scare the passers-by. This was a newly built community. Although the location was a little remote, the construction was unusually beautiful. No wonder so many people bought houses here. However, as soon as he entered the community, Xiaochun could clearly feel that the popularity here was not high. It was not that it was deserted, because there were still many cars parked in the parking lot. But he felt that there was a lack of popularity. This situation was very mysterious. Things like popularity could not be seen or touched. Sometimes you could measure and observe, but you couldn't find any problems at all. But many times when you go to a place, even if there was no one there, you would feel that it was full of vitality. But when you go to another place, Even if there were people there, you would still feel very cold and lonely. This was the so-called popularity. Xiaochun was a cultivator, so he was more sensitive. But from the perspective of cultivation, it was a lack of yang qi here, and the yin qi was very heavy. It was not unreasonable to say that this land was originally a graveyard. To gather popularity here again, it was not something that could be done overnight. It had to be accumulated over many years, and more people lived here for the popularity to rise. And such a place with heavy yin qi was not good for Xiaochun's cultivation, but for some evil cultivators or yin cultivators, it was an excellent place. After parking the car below Su Chuxia and Tian Sour, Xiaochun got into the elevator. There was nothing special in the elevator. Xiaochun deliberately tried to sense it, but he did not feel anything. He stopped at Su Chuxia's floor. Along the way, he did not find anything wrong, probably because it was daytime. Xiaochun knocked on the door, and soon, Su Chuxia's vigilant voice came from inside. "Who is it?" "It's me, Xiaochun," Xiaochun said. "Xiaochun?" Su Chuxia was stunned. "Oh, Xiaochang," Xiaochun said with a smile. "Kacha." The door opened, and Su Chuxia was surprised. "Xiaochang, it's you. Why are you here suddenly?" "Didn't we agree that I would help you catch ghosts after the new year?" Xiaochun said with a smile. "How is it? Are there any ghosts recently?" "Sai, don't mention it. There's no ghost during the day, but at night, there's still the sound of the elevator. Sour and I don't dare to go out." Su Chuxia complained. "But you don't say. When Little Demon was here in the past, we didn't have a problem going out at night. It seems that thing is very afraid of Little Demon." "Oh." Xiaochun frowned. If it was afraid of Little Demonin, then it shouldn't be some demon or ghost. Could it be that it was really his guess that there were evil cultivators or yin cultivators causing trouble? However, its strength should not be as powerful as Little Demonin, so it was afraid of Little Demonin. Of course, it could not be ruled out that the thing did not want to have a conflict with Little Demonin Sour. "Look who's here!" Su Chuxia shouted. "This guy is really too much. He can't stop playing." "What is she playing?" Xiaochun was a little curious. "Mobile games. We can't go out these 2 days. Firstly, we are afraid of the strange elevator. Secondly, we are afraid that the Real Yang Jiannan will cause trouble for us. So Sour and I usually don't go out. She's addicted to mobile games." Su Chuxia complained. "She's playing all day. You don't have to worry about Yang Jiannan. This time, I killed the real one and burned it to ashes. I've become Yang Jiannan again." Xiaochun smiled. "You won't find the wrong person this time." "Ah, you killed him? Will there be any problems?" Su Chuxia was a little surprised. "It's fine. It's very tight. You don't have to worry about this." "So, my current identity is still the Supernatural Investigation Bureau," Xiaochun said. "Let's go and see Sour. This girl is so good at playing." The two of them walked into the bedroom. Xiaochun suddenly blushed. He did not expect Tian Suruan to be upside down. Most importantly, he was dressed very skimpily. He only wore a small white underwear on his lower body, and a small vest on his upper body, which only covered his chest. And in this position, the 2 lumps of flesh on her chest were about to fall out of the collar of the tank top. She used her head to support her body and leaned against the wall. She was playing with her phone happily in her hand. No wonder she couldn't hear anything. She was wearing earphones. "Sour." Su Chuxia walked over angrily and snatched her phone. "Ah, Chuxia, what are you doing?" Tian Sour was playing happily. "Give it to me quickly. I'm PK with someone. Don't kill me. What are you wearing at home? Are you crazy? Look who's here." Su Chuxia said angrily. "Ah, who's here?" Tian Sour looked at Su Chuxia's side in a daze and saw Xiaochun upside down. Xiaochang, you're here? Why are you still standing upside down? Are we doing 69 moves? Sour. Su Chuxia was even more annoyed. "What nonsense are you talking about?" It's Sister Sour's boyfriend." "Chuxia, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. What's the big deal?" "I'm showing it to him." "I'm not showing it to anyone else." Seriously. Tian Suruan returned to normal from her handstand position. Then, she stretched out her hands and stuffed her breasts to the left and right, adjusting them to the most comfortable position. Then she said, Xiao Chang, you're finally here. That's great. Will you stay with us this time? I'm here to catch ghosts. I can't stay here forever. I still have a mission with the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. Xiao Chen said. I killed the Real Yang Jiannan. This time, I'm Yang Jiannan again. Ah, you're going back again. Tian Sour rolled her eyes and said to Su Chuxia. Chuxia, why don't you tell your father that there are still people who want to attack and kidnap you? Ask him to apply to the Supernatural Investigation Bureau and let Xiao Chang protect us. What do you think? What nonsense are you thinking? Su Chuxia glared at her. Can your thoughts be more normal? They won't investigate whether there are people with bad intentions or not. You can't just say things like that. Sigh, alright. Tian Sour was a little depressed. I'm just saying it casually. Chuxia, can you not mock me? I'm not really stupid. I don't think you're smart either. Su Chuxia snorted. Hurry up and put on your clothes. Alright. Tian Sour slowly opened the closet and started looking for clothes. Xiao Chen was a little embarrassed. He looked at Tian Sour swaying, and turned around to return to the living room. Su Chuxia followed him out and looked at Xiao Chen with some admiration. You're not bad. You're not lecherous. You're different from Yang Jiannan. Chapter 729. That's because Sour and I aren't a real couple. If we were, I wouldn't have avoided it, Xiao Chen said. It's not that I'm not lustful, but I have self-control. Who wouldn't want to see it? Huh. Su Chuxia was a little surprised. She didn't expect Xiao Chen to say that. You're really interesting. It's not interesting. It's the truth. I don't want to lie to you. Xiao Chen shrugged. You and Saori are both good girls. Although it was a quest, it was quite satisfying to chase after you. Really? Su Chuxia's eyes lit up. Of course it's true. Xiao Chen nodded with certainty. I thought there was something wrong with your taste. You only like Sour and not me. Su Chuxia was a little happy. Why? You're happy that I'm pursuing you? Weren't you very annoying before? Xiao Chen was a little confused. I didn't understand you before. There were too many people pursuing me. Who knew what they were thinking? Su Chuxia shook her head and sighed. Actually, I'm a normal girl. I like people who are sincerely pursuing me. Of course, I don't have anyone. Okay, you'll definitely find a boyfriend who likes you and treats you well. Xiao Chen wished her well. I hope so. Let's not talk about this. Su Chuxia didn't want to continue this topic. She changed the topic. What do you plan to do? Are you going to continue pretending to be in the Supernatural Investigation Bureau? It's such a dangerous job. It's a kind of training. Also, I'm going to repay someone. Xiao Chen was talking about Xia Zhili. Staying in the Supernatural Investigation Bureau was mostly to help Xia Zhili. Su Chuxia nodded and didn't ask any more questions. At this time, Tian Suruan had already put on his clothes and ran out. Xiao Chang, are you treating us to dinner? How long will you stay in Lan City? Su Chuxia asked. I'll see how it goes. I'll solve your problem. Xiao Chen didn't know where he would go next, but there would definitely be a lot of things to do in the Supernatural Investigation Bureau. He would just have to see how things would be arranged. Su Chuxia nodded. By then, Tian Suruan had already put on a new set of clothes. He had even combed his hair into a bun. Are you going for a blind date or a meal? Su Chuxia said angrily as she looked at the gorgeously dressed Tian Suruan. I'm on a date with my boyfriend. Tian Sour said matter-of-factly. I have to dress up prettier. Aya, you've never been in love before, so you won't understand Sister Sour's feelings. You're saying that I've never been in love, as if you have. Don't forget that the relationship between you and Xiao Chang was fake. Su Chuxia glared at her. Aya. Anyway, fake can be real, real can be fake, real can be fake, real can be fake, fake can be real. Tian Soran said seriously. Am I being philosophical? I can't be bothered with you. Su Chuxia put on her jacket. Let's go. What are you eating? Xiao Chen asked as he walked. Hey Xiao Chang, you should be asking Sister Sour. Why are you asking Chuxia? I'm your girlfriend. Tian Soran said unhappily. It's precisely because you're my girlfriend that when there are outsiders around, We should let the outsiders come first. Xiaochen smiled. That's true. Chuxia, what do you want to eat? Tian Soren turned to look at Su Chuxia. I can't be bothered with you guys. Su Chuxia rolled her eyes at Xiaochen. You're crazy with her too. The three of them went out the door and got into the elevator. Xiaochen deliberately looked around for a long time, but he didn't find anything wrong with the elevator. It should be a normal elevator. He didn't know if those magical and strange phenomena were real, or if there was a problem with the elevator circuit. They arrived at the first floor smoothly. Xiaochen looked at the elevator behind him, then shook his head and asked, By the way, what happened to the security guard? I heard that he recovered, but he doesn't dare to come to work anymore. He has already resigned. Now that the news has spread, no one dares to work here. The property management can't do anything about it. They said that they are hiring. Su Chuxia was also a little helpless. After all, this couldn't be helped. Xiaochen nodded. He felt a little strange in his heart. This ghost didn't seem to be a bad ghost. He didn't know what the ghost's purpose was. If it really wanted to harm people, the security guard wouldn't have just been scared. Did anything strange happen after that? Xiaochen asked. No, but many of the residents in this building moved out. They didn't dare to live here anymore. Many people went to check out, but the developer didn't agree. After all, from a legal point of view, you can't prove that this place is haunted. After all, it's a first-hand house. It's difficult to determine that it's a haunted house. Su Chuxia shrugged. I'm really unlucky to buy such a house. It's okay. Even if it's a haunted house, it can't be fierce with me around. I'm even fiercer than him. Xiaochen really wasn't bragging. He could even subdue a demon like in Little Demon. Why would he be afraid of ghosts? Anyway, there have been a lot of people who want to sell their houses recently. They've all contacted an agent. It's just that the news here has spread, so no one wants to buy it at all. Even the agent doesn't want to cause trouble because of this. Even if there are people who don't understand and want to look at the house, they will tell in advance about the strange phenomenon here. Su Chuxiao explained. Oh, if you have money, you can buy back all the houses that are about to be sold at a low price. Then you can make a lot of money. Xiaochen said. Forget it. What if I can't sell it? Besides, I don't have that much money. Su Chuxiao shook her head. There's money to be made. Can Sister Sour Sour buy it? Tian Sour Sour was interested. Sister Sour Sour doesn't have a source of income. She's very poor. It would be great if she could make a fortune. Sure. I'll give you the gold. You can sell it. It should be enough to exchange for money, Xiaochen said. Okay. I'll buy it later. Tian Sour Sour seemed to trust Xiaochen very much. She was ready to take action. Don't cry when the time comes, Su Chuxia warned. No, Xiaochen can't trick me. Tian Sour Sour didn't care at all. Up to you then. Su Chuxia felt that with Xiaochen's support, it would be difficult to stop Tian Sour, even if she said anything. So she might as well not say it. You guys are out. As they spoke, they saw a woman in her 40s who greeted Su Chuxia. Auntie Wang, did you just come back? Su Chuxia greeted her. What do you mean by going out? I came back to get some things. I've already moved out, and there are still some things that I haven't taken. If I didn't drive back to get them, I'd like to sell the house at a low price. I really can't live here anymore. It's too scary. Auntie Wang shook her head and said, Oh right, Xiao Su, do you still dare to live here? We don't have a place to live, and this place might not be haunted. Maybe it'll be better after a while. Su Chuxia could only hint. Auntie Wang was usually quite friendly to her. Forget it. I can't wait any longer. Let's sell it as soon as possible. I don't need the money. I came here to live in peace, but now it seems even scarier. Auntie Wang shook her head and said decisively, Oh, Auntie Wang, how much do you want to sell it for? Tian Sour Sour asked. Why, you want to buy it? Auntie Wang was stunned and looked at Tian Sour Sour suspiciously. Yes, I want to buy it myself. Tian Sour Sour nodded. Don't you live with Xiao Su? You still dare to buy it? Auntie Wang was a little surprised. You girls are really bold enough. It's fine if Xiao Su doesn't move away, but you still want to buy it. Auntie Wang can't cheat you. Don't buy it here. I just want to be neighbors with Chuxia. Tian Sour said. Besides, maybe it won't be haunted in a few days. That's up to you. When I bought this house, I spent 800,000 yuan. Now I'm selling it for 500,000 yuan. If you want to buy it, you don't need to pay the intermediary fee. Let's deal directly, Auntie Wang said. I'm also giving you a base price. Take the money and I'll leave. Oh, okay, then I'll go out to eat dinner. I'll buy it when I come back. Auntie Wang, you wait for me here. Tian Sour said. All right, then I'll eat something nearby after I get my things. Auntie Wang nodded. To be honest, she was really a little surprised that the house could be sold. In her opinion, even if it was cheaper by 300,000 yuan, it might not be sold well if it was listed in the intermediary. After all, in this building, she wasn't the only one selling houses. No one had heard of anyone selling. How could it be her turn? You guys wait for me. I'll go back to get the gold. Tian Sour said as he ran into the unit door with Auntie Wang. Su Chuxia shook her head. You're just bewitching her with some inexplicable things. What if you lose? You still don't believe me? Xiaochen smiled and said, If I say I can solve it, then I can naturally solve it. Well, you and Sour are really alike. I even thought you two were really a couple. Su Chuxia sighed. Isn't this a good opportunity to make a fortune? I see that you and Sour's life isn't very rich. She still needs to rely on you to survive. It's just a convenient opportunity. Why not? Xiaochen said. That's true. Sour is really quite pitiful. She left home and has been alone. In fact, even though she is careless, I also know that she doesn't want to spend my money. She definitely won't feel comfortable relying on me every month. Su Chuxia nodded. Hey, your name is Sour, right? Why did you come in? Auntie Wang pressed the elevator button and saw Tian Sour next to her. She asked with some surprise. And I also went upstairs to get something. Tian Sour said. Auntie Wang, are you really selling the house? What if it's not haunted after a few days? Isn't it a loss? I'm afraid that I'll cheat you. Auntie Wang shook her head and said. To be honest, if it's not really haunted, why would I sell it? But you want to buy it. After all, we are neighbors. I feel bad about it. It's okay. I'm buying it for the future appreciation. Tian Sour said. And I'm willing to buy it. Auntie Wang, you don't have to worry. Chapter 730. Okay, then I'll wait for you. Auntie Wang saw the light of the elevator and suddenly froze. She had pressed the button just now. Why didn't the elevator come yet? Why was it so slow? The two of them paid attention and then understood what was going on. They saw that the elevator actually stopped on every floor. From the 23rd floor to the 22nd floor, 21st, 20th. It stopped on every floor. What's going on? Auntie Wang was shocked. There shouldn't be many households here. Why are there so many people calling for the elevator? That's not right. There's no one else on my floor. Why did it stop? Tian Suruan also noticed the problem and suddenly felt a chill down her spine. Could it be haunted again? Auntie Wang was also in a cold sweat. I came back to pick up my things during the day. Why am I so unlucky? Is someone playing a prank in the elevator? Although Tian Suruan said so, it was obvious that she was very nervous. It's daytime. Who would be so bored? Besides, it's haunted. Who dares to play in the elevator? Auntie Wang was a little trembling. Suruan, there's really something wrong with this house. I advise you not to buy it. I'll buy it. Tian Suruan was also very scared, but when she thought of how certain Xiaochen was, she was relieved. After a while, the elevator finally came down. However, after the elevator door opened, the two of them were shocked to find that there was no one in the elevator. There was no one at all. This made the two of them dumbfounded. Are we still going up? Auntie Wang was a little timid. Let's go. We're all here. Tian Suruan was quite courageous. Then let's go. Auntie Wang braced herself and said. The two of them entered the elevator and pressed the floor. The elevator slowly went up. However, when they reached the second floor, the elevator suddenly stopped, which made the two of them shocked. Suruan, did you press the wrong floor? Auntie Wang asked nervously. Because it was Suruan who pressed the floor before. She thought that Suruin pressed the wrong floor. No. Tian Suruin shook her head. Then this is... Before Auntie Wang finished her words, the door of the elevator opened quietly, but there was no one outside the elevator. She could even see the property arrears reminder on the door of the house opposite the elevator, which meant that there was no one in this house. A gust of cold wind blew in, causing the two of them to shiver. Even the bold Tian Sourso could not help but change his expression. The elevator door opened for a while before it closed automatically. However, at the moment when it closed, there seemed to be faint footsteps. Click, click. What's that sound? Auntie Wang exclaimed subconsciously, and her heart almost jumped out. I don't think it's anything. It's just the mechanical sound of the elevator closing. Tian Sour comforted him. In fact, he was also trying to justify himself and comfort himself. Oh, maybe. Auntie Wang breathed a sigh of relief, thinking that the sound might be the mechanical sound of the elevator closing. After a while, the elevator slowly rose. However, just as they breathed a sigh of relief, the elevator stopped on the 3rd floor. The elevator door opened slowly. Although they were prepared, when they saw that there was still no one outside, their faces were still pale. Is there something wrong with the elevator again? Tian Sourso couldn't help but say to himself. Maybe it's broken? Auntie Wang could only explain in this way to be at ease. The elevator door closed slowly again. There seemed to be footsteps outside, which seemed to be coming from the stairwell. It seemed that someone was going upstairs. The two of them were stunned. The elevator door had closed, and the elevator rose again. This time, the two of them heard it clearly. It should be the footsteps of someone walking, and it seemed to be a woman's voice in high heels. Sourso, let's go downstairs. It's too scary. I don't want my things anymore. Auntie Wang was trembling. Maybe someone is playing a prank. She ran to the 2nd or 3rd floor to call the elevator, but she didn't come up. I guess she is waiting for us on the 4th floor, and then she will go to the 5th floor. Tian Sourso comforted her. Maybe. After listening to Tian Sarsa's explanation, Auntie Wang also felt that it was reasonable. If that was the case, it could be explained. However, both of them actually understood in their hearts. How could a normal person run so fast? Go to the next floor and call the elevator in advance? What kind of speed is this? It's simply like a ghost. And the footsteps weren't fast, so. However, both of them didn't want to think about it. And they didn't want to think about it. What they wanted was to go to the floor as soon as possible, take the things, and come back quickly. On the 4th floor, the elevator door opened as expected. There was still no one. When the door closed, they heard the footsteps. Gradually, the two of them were a little numb to the next few floors. It was the same on every floor, but no other strange things happened. Finally, they arrived at Auntie Wang's floor. She wanted to get off the elevator first, but she didn't dare to. Standing in the elevator, she lifted her leg several times, but she didn't dare to step out. The elevator door soon exceeded the time limit, and it slowly closed. Auntie Wang might have deliberately delayed until the elevator door closed, but she didn't go out. Instead, she felt relieved. She really didn't want to get the things. It was just a few clothes. She was rich, so she didn't need it. If she lost her life, it would be sad. However, after the elevator door closed, the elevator didn't go up immediately. The strangest thing was that she didn't hear the footsteps at the same time. Auntie Wang wanted to ask Tian Suruin if she heard it, but the elevator door slowly opened again. It was as if the elevator knew that Auntie Wang wanted to get off, but didn't have time. The elevator door opened again for her. Ah! Auntie Wang was shocked. Suruin, did you press it? No. Tian Suruin shook her head. She had been standing far away from the elevator door. Even if she pressed it, it was too late. Auntie Wang looked at Tian Suruin's position and knew that it wasn't her. She was even more shocked. Although the elevator door opened again, she didn't dare to go out again. Click, click. As the elevator door closed again, a gust of cold wind swept past, and the footsteps sounded again. It seemed that this person was waiting for Auntie Wang to go out. Seeing that Auntie Wang didn't go out twice, he had no choice but to leave. Is he waiting for me? Auntie Wang was shocked. Luckily, I didn't go out. If I went out, wouldn't I die? Tian Suruan was also scared out of her wits. She kept saying in her heart, Xiao Chong, you can't lie to me. It's really okay, right? Yes, it's definitely okay. The next stop of the elevator was Su Chuxia's home. When the elevator doors opened, Tian Souring rushed out without a second thought. She wanted to see if there was anything strange outside. Hey, Suruan, you went out? Auntie Wang was stunned. She didn't dare to stay in the elevator alone, so she hurriedly followed. However, there was no one outside, and there was nothing else. Other than the eerie corridor, she couldn't see anything else. As for the stairwell, Tian Suruan didn't dare to go there. Instead, she quickly opened the door. She and Auntie Wang entered the door. Just as the door was closed, Tian Suruan seemed to hear click, click footsteps coming from outside the door again. Oh my god, I was scared to death. I'm never coming back. As soon as Auntie Wang entered the door, she sat on the chair at the door and panted. Suruan, what are you taking? Hurry up, let's go. It's too scary here. Oh okay. Tian Suruan went to get the gold. It was a small bag, and from the outside they couldn't tell what it was. When the two of them went out, they were surprised to find that the elevator went up and didn't stop at this floor. Logically speaking, it was only a short while, so the elevator shouldn't have moved. What surprised the two of them was that the elevator was still moving like before. It stopped at every floor along the way, and finally stopped at the top floor. Tian Suruan pressed the button to call the elevator. Unexpectedly this time the elevator went down smoothly, and it didn't stop in the middle. The elevator door slowly opened, and Auntie Wang subconsciously took 2 steps back, afraid that there was something in the elevator. But there was nothing. The two of them walked into the elevator and pressed the button for the first floor. Just as the elevator door was about to close, the footsteps sounded again. Kata kata. This time, it was different from before. Previously, it went from loud to soft, but this time, it seemed to be from far to near. It seemed like someone was walking towards the elevator. However, the elevator door was already closed, and they couldn't see what was happening outside. The elevator began to go down. Is there someone outside? Auntie Wang was already nervous. I don't know. Tian Suruan shook his head. This time, to their delight, the elevator went down smoothly to the first floor. The door opened, and the two of them quickly rushed out. When they got out of the unit, they saw Su Chuxia and Xiao Chun, who were a little anxious. Suruan, why are you so slow? Su Chuxia asked. Don't mention it. The elevator is broken again. It has to stop at every floor, and then there are strange footsteps. Tian Suruan complained. Even during the day, Xiao Chun was a little surprised. Didn't they say that there were no such things during the day? I don't know. Auntie Wang was there just now. Anyway, it's scary enough, Tian Suruan said. Yeah, I'm not going to get anything. Suruan, do you still want to buy this apartment? Don't force yourself. Auntie Wang isn't unreasonable. It's too scary. Oh my god, what the hell is this place? Auntie Wang seemed to have survived a disaster. She looked at the sunshine outside very pleasantly. Bye. Tian Suruan nodded. You child, how about this? Auntie Wang can make it cheaper. I'll give you 400,000 yuan. After you buy it, don't scold Auntie Wang behind her back. Auntie Wang was really scared. Thank you, Auntie Wang. Looking at the car that Auntie Wang drove, it was a white Maserati CEO. She probably didn't lack money, so Tian Suruan didn't argue anymore. Auntie Wang is going to drink some hot tea to calm down. If you want to buy it, call Auntie Wang. Auntie Wang will wait for you until the afternoon. Anyway, I won't go upstairs. I've already given you the things upstairs. If you don't want them, just throw them away. Auntie Wang would never take the elevator again. Chapter 731. It's okay. I'll clean it up and bring it down for you, Tian Wangchuan said. Thank you. Auntie Wang sighed and got in the car. On the other side, Tian Wangchuan and Su Chuxia also got in Xiao Chen's car. The two cars left the neighborhood one after the other. Since it can appear in the day, it shouldn't be the legendary ghost. It's impossible for ghosts to appear in the day, Xiao Chen muttered after getting in the car. If I'm not mistaken, it should be a human. Oh, Tian Wangchuan was stunned. From your description of the situation, it should be a person walking very fast, hiding outside, pressing the elevator, pressing every floor. That clicking sound is just to confuse you. In reality, this person's movement speed is very fast. He should be a cultivator. Xiaochen analyzed. Only cultivators have this ability. So someone is deliberately pretending to be a ghost? Su Chuxia frowned. What's his purpose? It's hard to say for now. We can only wait and see. I plan to observe at night for a few days. I'll move a chair and sit in front of the elevator on your floor. I'll see what it is. If someone presses the elevator button, I'll be able to grab it immediately, Xiaochen said. Thank you. Su Chuxia let out a sigh of relief. With Xiaochen guarding the door, she could sleep soundly at night. The three of them found a big iron pot stew restaurant. Tian Wangchuan ate happily. After eating, he found a gold shop and sold the gold for money. Then, he went to find Auntie Wang to transfer the ownership. Because it was a new house, they didn't have a title certificate yet. They just needed to change the name with the developer. Normally, it wasn't easy to find a developer to change the name. However, the developer was afraid that the owners would cause trouble and want to return the house. As long as they didn't want to return the house, they could change the name however they wanted. They even didn't want the name change fee. Auntie Wang took the money and left in a hurry. She left her phone number so that Tian Wangchuan could get it if he wanted to pack up. In the afternoon, Tian Wangchuan bought a lot of houses from the agent. Their prices were basically the same as Auntie Wang's or even lower. Some houses that were worth 1 million were sold for only 400,000. Tian Suruan was holding a huge pile of triplicate forms. Because he had bought a lot, he had also agreed with the developer that these were only temporarily registered under Tian Suruan's name. When it was time to sell the house, the developer would help to change the name again. Seeing that Tian Suruan had helped them solve the problem of returning the house, the developer was naturally happy to agree. By the time they were done, it was already past 6 o'clock in the evening. Xiaochen didn't have to find a place to stay because he had to keep watch at night. Because Tian Suruan had bought more houses, he was afraid that Tian Suruan would forget about him. Ah, it's you. What's the matter? By the way, when are you going to give me the key? Didn't you say that you still have some things to take away? Tian Suruan asked. Previously, Wu Lixue said that he wouldn't give the key to Tian Suruan and would give it to him later. Now that they met, he asked, Miss Tian, I don't want to sell it anymore. Can you make an exception? I won't have a place to live if I sell the house. Can you give it back to me? Or I can give you an extra 10 or 20,000 yuan. Wu Lixue said with a shy face. Tian Suruan was slightly stunned. Then she immediately understood what was going on. This Wu Lixue must have seen that the property management company had hired someone to exorcise the ghost and felt that there would be no problem with the house in the future. That was why he came to her to regret his decision. However, Tian Suruan had already bought a lot of houses in her hands. She didn't lack this one. Looking at this person's bitter face, Tian Suruan had some sympathy. She wasn't an unreasonable person, so she looked at Su Chuxia and wanted her to make a decision. Suruan, since they need it, just return it to them. Su Chuxia was also a good girl. She didn't want to take advantage of others. Although this matter was one that they were willing to take, in the end, Tian Suruan was a bit opportunistic. If it was Xiaochen who had caught the ghost, it would be fine. But now, it was someone hired by the property management company. It wasn't a big deal for them to return the house. This was understandable. Okay, then I'll return it to you, but I can't do the procedures today. Let's wait for next Monday. The day after tomorrow is the weekend. Tian Suruan said, the developer doesn't work. Sure. As long as you can return it to me. Wu Lixue was just trying his luck. After all, people in his line of work were all speculators. If he bought a cheap house, he definitely wouldn't return it to others. Therefore, since Tian Suruan could return it, it didn't matter how she did it. He just had to wait. Let's go home first. Xiaochen looked at the person at the door and shook his head. As for whether the lady could catch the ghost or not, it didn't have much to do with him. Even if she couldn't, he had already planned to do it himself. However, when the three of them walked to the door of the unit, they were stopped by the property management staff. Now the lady is catching the ghost. Everyone, don't disturb her. Get out of the way. I want to go home. Xiaochen said faintly. What's wrong with you? You asked the property management company to catch the ghost. Now that we've found someone, you're not going to cooperate? The staff was a little annoyed. I asked you to wait, so just wait. If you affect the lady catching the ghost, you're the sinner of the entire community. Affect me. Aren't you being too arrogant with your words? Xiaochen frowned. He was a little unhappy, but when he saw the other property owners looking at him with unkind expressions, he was too lazy to argue with them. Then let's wait. Let's see if the so-called lady can catch the ghost. Hey, why are you like this? Making sarcastic remarks here? We all want the lady to catch the ghost. Why are you so nosy? Said a neighbor of the nearby property owner. However, just as this person finished speaking, the unit's door opened. A woman with disheveled hair rushed out from inside. Then with a put-on sound, she fell to the ground. Her face was pale, and she was panting heavily. Ah, a ghost. At this moment, the sky was already a little dark. So when the woman rushed out, it immediately shocked everyone. Those who were timid exclaimed, Lady Fairy, how are you? The staff nearby could tell at a glance that the woman in front of them was the lady they invited. They were shocked and asked quickly. At this time, everyone finally saw that the woman with disheveled hair was Celestial Nun. They immediately let out a sigh of relief and surrounded her, asking, Celestial Nun, did you subdue the ghost? That female ghost is very powerful. I haven't subdued her yet. I need to make some preparations. After taking a breath, the lady said in surprise, I need to buy some things and make some talismans. Everyone can go back first. I'll come back at night. Xiaochen curled his lips and snorted coldly. He glanced at the staff and said, This is the lady you invited? She's only a so-so. Get out of the way. The staff was speechless. It was true that the lady couldn't do anything to the female ghost. He could only say, Don't be anxious. Didn't the lady say that she would go prepare? Then, she will come back at night to catch the ghost. Hey, what do you mean? I came here with good intentions to help you catch the ghost. Why don't you know how to be grateful? The lady was a little unhappy. She was very uncomfortable with Xiaochen's sarcasm. I didn't say that I can't subdue this female ghost. I just need to be fully prepared. Chapter 732. Xiaochen didn't feel anything before. After all, this fairy's voice was a little flustered before. But now that it had returned to normal, it sounded a little familiar. He couldn't help but look down and was stunned. It's you. Ah, it's you. Li Xiener also looked at Xiaochen in surprise. You aren't. Hehe, Li Xiener, I didn't expect you to be a fairy? So powerful. Xiaochen found this very funny. This Li Xiener was actually Xiao Zhao's classmate, the girl who was harassed by the Ox family martial arts dojo at the Immortal Resort. At that time, Xiaochen even helped her. He didn't expect her to be a fairy. He didn't know if this Li Xiener's name was real or fake. Anyway, it was a very ordinary name. At least, Xiaochen had heard of many people with the same name. He didn't think much about it at that time. But now it seemed that there was really an expert among the people. Was she an immortal cultivator hidden among the students? Li Xiener was a little embarrassed. She didn't know how to explain. Xiaochang, thank you for what happened before, but things are very complicated now. I can't tell you. You won't understand even if I tell you. You're just an ordinary martial artist. Maybe you have some power, but you can't solve these things. Oh, then you mean that you can? Xiaochen looked at Li Xiener. I have a certain degree of confidence. Li Xiener nodded. I didn't lie to you. I'm really a fairy. Being a student is just my superficial identity. My secret identity is to help people catch ghosts and solve haunted houses. Oh, okay, then I'll believe you. If you encounter any difficulties at night, you can ask me for help. I can help you beat up ghosts. Xiaochen smiled. Since she was an acquaintance, There was no need to mock her anymore. And thank you, but there's really no need. This isn't something you can deal with. The other party is a real ghost. Li Xianer declined politely. Xiaochen didn't say anything else. He suddenly thought of something. Right. I heard that you are the successor of an ancient sect. Are there still ancient sects now? I'm the only one left. Li Xianer nodded and said, You can say that. However, 1,000 years have passed, and these ancient sects have all disappeared. Some of the cultivation manuals have also disappeared. I only know a little about it, and have some research on some Qimen Dunjia techniques. Oh, Xiao Chun was a little disappointed. It was said that the cultivation methods of the ancient sects were different from the current ones. It seemed like they no longer existed. Even Li Xianer didn't know about them. After nodding and bidding her farewell, Xiao Chun brought Su Chuxia and Tian Soren upstairs. Meanwhile, Li Xianer quickly got into an MPV from a property management company to go shopping. When everyone saw that Xiao Chun and Li Xianer were very familiar with each other, they naturally didn't say anything more. It was their business to mock each other, and it had nothing to do with them. It was fine as long as they could catch the ghost. They went all the way back to Su Chuxia's house. Perhaps because there were more people in the elevator didn't make a fuss this time. Xiao Chong, do you know that fairy? Tian Soren asked curiously. You guys seem to be very familiar with each other. Could it be that you met the female protagonist in one of your missions? No, she's my sister's classmate. Xiao Chun said. Last time she was bullied, I helped her out. However, I didn't expect her to be good at these things. Can she catch ghosts? Tian Soren asked. It's hard to say. Let's see. Xiao Chun felt that this person shouldn't be a ghost, but a yin cultivator or an evil cultivator. However, he couldn't figure out the purpose of this person. She didn't harm anyone here. Could it be that she was just scaring people for fun? Songning City Xiao family. Wang Tietio finally realized that something was wrong. He didn't see Xiao Chun for a day, and no one mentioned him. Everyone did what they were supposed to do. Xiao Xiao and Tang Tang were also there, but he didn't see where Xiao Chun went. When he asked Wang Fantian, he didn't know either. If it was in the past when Xiao Chun was at home, Wang Fantian would always say a few words, but now he didn't even see him. I say, old man Xiao, where's your grandson? Wang Tietio finally couldn't help but ask during dinner. Isn't he coming to eat? I don't know. He doesn't tell us when he comes and goes. He does whatever he wants to do. Are you asking the wrong person? Xiao Yuanshan was stunned and said. What do you mean? You didn't see him either? Wang Tietio suddenly felt that something was wrong. He frowned and said, So he's not at home? I'm not sure. Anyway, we didn't see him. Xiao Yuanshan ate and didn't seem to care at all. You guys! Wang Tietio was instantly enraged. Run! Exploding heavens! Go and look for Xiao Chun. Find out where he went. Oh, okay. Wang Benben was eating. Halfway through his meal, he stood up and walked out obediently. Wang Fantian, on the other hand, held his bowl and ate as he walked. Wang Tietio saw this and couldn't help but scold. Benben, can't you learn from your son? Look at him. He's looking for someone to eat, and you're not eating. Wang Benben wanted to cry but had no tears. This was so impolite. But thinking about it, his father was such a reckless person, and so was his son. No wonder Wang Tietio liked Wang Fantian. Wang Benben had no choice but to hold his bowl and eat as he walked. The two of them split up to look for Xiao Chun. They went around the Xiao family a few times, but didn't see Xiao Chun. They could only go back to the dining room again. Father, I didn't see Xiao Chun. He shouldn't be at home. Wang Benben said. Grandpa, the boss is gone. He must be hiding from us. I think we should go back. It's not like we can do anything here. Although Wang Fantian also wanted Xiao Chun to be his brother-in-law. If Xiao Chun wasn't willing, they couldn't force it, right? They could only do it step by step. Go back? No, I don't believe that Xiao Chun won't go home. Let's wait here. I want to see if he can hide from us for a long time. Wang Tietio slammed the table. Suddenly the soup splashed on his face. Damn it! Wang Tietio wiped his face, stood up, and left the dining room angrily. Wang Benben quickly followed, But Wang Fantian didn't seem to notice. He was eating with big mouthfuls of food. Then he took a look and said, "I'll eat some more." Xiao Yuanshan looked at Wang Fantian and couldn't help but shake his head. He was really heartless. I don't know how that girl is. Huh. Xiao Yuanshan suddenly thought, is that Lan Xinxin also heartless? That's why no one wanted her. So she relied on Xiaochen? Now that he thought about it, it was very possible. Xiao Yuanshan couldn't help but fall into deep thought. If such a girl came home carelessly, he didn't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing. Everyone eat. Don't worry about him. He can stay as long as he wants. Anyway, our Xiao family is rich and willful. Xiao Yuanshan waved his hand, signaling everyone to continue eating. Of course, Xiao Yuanshan was a little curious about Yu Xiaochuan and Tang Tang staying here. He vaguely knew some of the relationship between Xiao Chun and Tang Tang. But Tang Tang and Yu Xiaochuan were husband and wife. Yu Xiaochuan, who was neither a man nor a woman, seemed to be quite strange. He didn't object to Tang Tang and Xiao Chen being together, and he even called himself Xiao Chen's little brother. The key was that he was very strong. The powerful Quishan sect disciple was killed by him. So, since he was willing to stay here, then it was a good thing. It could also be considered as improving the strength of the Xiao family. As for Tang Tang, he would treat her as his granddaughter-in-law. After dinner, Tang Tang said good night to Xiao Yuanshan and returned to her residence with Yu Xiaochuan. Sister Tang Tang, when do you think Brother Xiao will come back? Yu Xiaochuan asked after entering the house. How would I know? Tang Tang said snappily. Can't you contact him yourself? Ask him yourself. I'm afraid that if I ask too much, Brother Xiao will hate me. Yu Xiaochuan was a little shy. I can't be bothered with you. Tang Tang glanced at Yu Xiaochuan and returned to her room. Yu Xiaochuan hummed a little song and began to change in front of the mirror. He felt that he had the potential to be a trap. He would look very beautiful if he dressed up. Back in the room, Tang Tang lay on the bed with a sad heart. Her eyes were a little empty. She looked at the ceiling and sighed slightly. Tang Tang, have you thought it through? A voice suddenly sounded, but there was no one in the room. Tang Tang did not look in the direction of the voice. She was still lying on the bed, as if she was not interested. At this time, in Tang Tang's room, a shadow appeared, gradually solidified, and turned into a woman in black. The woman in black was covered with a black veil, and her face could not be seen clearly. But judging from her curvy body, she should be a beauty, but it was hard to say. You're here? Tang Tang said. Yes, Tang Tang, have you thought it through? If you don't agree, then your mother will really be in danger. The woman in black said faintly. Only if you replace her can she be safe, and your parents can leave safely. What evidence do you have to prove that what you said is true? Tang Tang did not look at her, but said, the last time you came, you said that my parents did not actually die, but were taken to Wulin. But why should I believe you? Just based on a photo. Now the technology of Photoshop is so advanced, you can make it at will. I knew you wouldn't believe it easily. The woman giggled and said, this time, I've brought the blood of your parents, 1 bottle for each of you. If you don't believe me, you can take it to the hospital for a DNA test to see if it's your parents. Oh, Tang Tang was shocked. This time, she finally became energetic, not as absent-minded as before. She sat up directly from the bed. Chapter 733. In the past few days, Tang Tang was a little absent-minded. A woman who claimed to be from the poison sect of the martial arts world told her that her parents didn't die, but were taken away by the poison sect. Her mother was born with a poisonous body and became a drug testing tool of the poison sect. The current situation was that one kind of poison was suppressing another kind of poison. Her body was full of poison. If this continued, she would die. At that time, Tang Tang was very shocked. This was very similar to her previous situation. Could it be that her body was similar to her mother's? However, she didn't really believe the woman's words. She just asked a few questions, and the woman answered them one by one. She even showed Tang Tang the photos of her parents. I don't need to lie to you. You are born with a poisonous body. With a body like yours, you are born for poison. If I don't take you away, you won't live long. On the contrary, if you go with me, you will live a little longer, the woman said faintly. Impossible. The poison in my body has already been expelled. How can it still be? Tang Tang immediately retorted. What you expelled is just some poison on the surface. In fact, your whole body is a poisonous body. You need all kinds of poison to survive. Otherwise, you will die very miserably. The woman smiled. Previously, I don't know what kind of expert you found, but he helped you detoxify once and extended your lifespan. However, this is only a temporary solution, not a permanent solution. Your physique is still there. Aren't you just threatening and tempting me to go with you? Tang Tang actually believed some of the woman's words. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been in such a bad mood these days. She wouldn't have taken the initiative to propose a breakup with Xiao Chun. Although Xiao Chun's current strength was high, he couldn't compete with the poison sect behind the woman. After all, listening to the woman's words, the poison sect didn't belong to the outer martial arts world. Instead, it was a real inner martial arts sect. If she told Xiao Chun about this strength and caused some trouble, it would be equivalent to harming Xiao Chun. Therefore, Tang Tang didn't say it. She just found some inexplicable reasons to break up with Xiao Chun. However, after hearing what Xiao Chun said, her heart softened. In fact, she didn't want to break up with him. She thought that even if she left, she would leave quietly. When the time came, she could just pretend that she disappeared. You can understand it that way. The woman nodded noncommittally after hearing Tang Tang's words. So what's your decision? Leave it here. I'll go to the lab tomorrow and give you a reply. Tang Tang said weakly. If I go, can't I come back? Will he die there? Yes. If you can find the lost secret manual in the sect, not only will you not die, you will also become the strongest person in the sect. At that time, you will surpass everyone in the poison sect and become a poison master of a generation, shocking the martial world. The woman said, You are no longer a tool that can only be used by the sect to test medicine. I've become a hired thug for the sect, haven't I? Tang Tang was a little dispirited. At that time, you won't be someone else's fighter. You'll be the master of the sect. Even in the martial world, you'll be the master. Your name, Tang Tang, will shock the entire martial world and make people tremble with fear. The woman tempted. In fact, it's all built on the premise that the secret manual is found, right? Tang Tang said with a sarcastic smile. If I found it, my mother would have become a poison master and wouldn't have been tortured to death by you. And I put it nicely, saying that I have the possibility of becoming a poison master. But in fact, I'm just going to test poison, right? You can understand it that way. The woman didn't deny it. Anyway, you can think about it yourself. Our sect is still very open-minded. It's all voluntary. If you want to go, go. If you don't want to go, don't go. Anyway, you'll die here. Why not go back with me? You can live a little longer and save your mother. TSK, you make it sound nice. Then, wasn't my mother forcibly taken away by you? Tang Tang said disdainfully. Not really. Your father took your mother to seek medical treatment, and they took the initiative to stay, the woman said with a smile. Oh. Tang Tang was stunned. She didn't know why, but she suddenly felt that the woman was quite reasonable and straightforward. She didn't have any intention of forcing her. When she was young, Tang Tang did hear that her biological parents never came back after they left. It was as if they had died. She was adopted by her uncle's family, so her life in the Tang family became like this. When she was beautiful, she was used for a marriage alliance. When she became ugly, she was chased out of the family, and no one stood up for her. So it's fine if I don't go? Tang Tang asked. Yes, but you have to keep what I'm telling you a secret, the woman warned faintly. The martial world is very wary of our poison sect. They're afraid that we'll make a comeback and restore the glory of 100 years ago. At that time, our poison sect was in the limelight. No one could match us. We were the true #1 sect in the world. So even if you don't come, you have to keep it a secret. I know that. You told me about this last time, but I didn't tell anyone. Tang Tang nodded. I'll think about it. Alright, then I'll be leaving. Leave the blood here too. You can judge for yourself if it's real or not. After the woman said that, she turned into a shadow and disappeared from the room. Tang Tang sighed and looked at the 2 small bottles on the table. She was in a daze. That night, Su Chuxia and Tian Souring were asleep. Xiao Chun moved a small stool and sat at the door of the room. He faced the elevator and wanted to see what was wrong with it. However, Xiao Chun looked at the elevator. It seemed to be working. When no one was riding it, it wouldn't move at all. It was parked on the original floor. Just as Xiao Chun was bored to death, someone called for the elevator again. The elevator returned to the first floor, and after a while, it began to rise slowly. However, this time, Xiao Chun was shocked, because every time the elevator reached a floor, it would stop. Xiao Chun observed for a moment. The second floor, the third floor, the fourth floor. It kept stopping until it reached Xiao Chun's floor. The elevator door opened, but Xiao Chun was stunned. He was shocked. This was because the person in the elevator let out a scream. Then, an unknown object flew toward Xiao Chun's head. It was thrown by the person in the elevator. Holy sh*t Li Xianer, are you crazy? Xiao Chun roared. Ah, it's you, Xiao Chang? When Li Xianer heard the voice outside the elevator, she immediately heaved a sigh of relief. You scared me to death. I thought it was a female ghost. Do female ghosts look like me? Are you nearsighted? Xiao Chun threw away the things on his body. It was a pile of talismans. Fortunately, they were only talismans, and there was no dog blood or chicken blood. Otherwise, he would have been in trouble. At this time, the elevator door was about to close. Xiao Chun quickly pressed the button to call for the elevator. The elevator door opened again and Li Xianer ran out. I'm sorry, Xiao Chang. You sat here in the middle of the night and scared me. Why are you here? Don't you know that people can scare people to death? I was worried about you, so I came out to take a look. Xiao Chun said snappily. My good intentions are really unrequited. Ah, you're worried about me? Really? Li Xianer was a little surprised. Didn't I tell you before that this female ghost is very powerful, and that you can't deal with it? Although your strength in the human world is very strong, it's useless against ghosts. Oh, I actually couldn't sleep, so I came out to cool off. Xiao Chun shrugged and didn't argue much. He couldn't explain that he wasn't an ordinary cultivator, but a cultivator. Then quickly help me pick up these talismans. I'm going to continue to catch ghosts. Li Xianer said as she picked up the talismans on the ground. Xiao Chun shook his head and helped her pick up the remaining talismans. Then he said, Why does your elevator stop at every floor? Oh, I pressed it on purpose. I wanted to see if there was anything outside each floor. Li Xianer said, That female ghost fought with me once before. She knew that her spiritual power was on par with mine. So I was afraid that she wouldn't come out. So I went to look for her myself. Then you should be careful. Xiao Chun nodded. I wish you success. You don't have to look at my floor. With me here, the female ghost probably won't come. That's hard to say. Don't be so confident. If she thinks that you're easy to bully, she'll come looking for you. Li Xianer reminded. You should go back to sleep. Wait for my triumphant return tomorrow morning. And I'll go back in a while. Xiao Chun perfunctorily said. Li Xianer didn't say much. She turned around and entered the elevator. Then, she continued to search floor by floor. Xiao Chun saw that she was full of confidence. He thought that this ghost had never harmed anyone before, so he was relieved. He turned around and returned to his room, leaving Li Xianer to do whatever she wanted. He was also afraid that Li Xianer would treat him as a ghost again. The night passed uneventfully. Early the next morning, Su Chuxia got up to go to the toilet. She saw Xiao Chun sitting cross-legged on the sofa and meditating. She didn't know what he was doing, so she asked, Xiao Chang, you didn't sleep? What are you doing? Did you catch that ghost? I don't know. Li Xianer asked me to come back and said that she could handle it herself. Xiao Chun opened his eyes and said, I'll go out and take a look. Su Chuxia nodded. Xiaochen pushed open the door and walked out. There was no one in the corridor, and the elevator did not continue to operate. Xiaochen called the elevator and went downstairs. He planned to go downstairs to take a look. As soon as he walked out of the unit door, he saw Li Xian sitting on the bench at the door with disheveled hair. There were already many people standing around her. There were owners and property management staff. "Fairy, how is it? Has the female ghost been subdued?" A staff member waited for Li Xian to finish a cup of hot water before asking carefully. "Don't mention it. That female ghost is very smart. She actually dared to play with me. She was very fast. After I found her, I chased her upstairs and downstairs, but I couldn't catch up in the end. I was exhausted," Li Xian said with a haggard expression. "In the end, I had no choice but to run out and rest." You're tuning in to the Journey of the Soul YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.